Boom. Quick and easy.
Right in.
Not
no
even
music,
time.
no timer.
I ain't got time for that.
Holy moly.
Get it started. Make sure the stream's up. Okay, good. Let's talk.
What's up, guys?
All right. What's happening? It's been a little bit.
It has.
At least a week.
A whole new set has come out.
That is true. A whole new set.
A whole new set has come out.
Dominaria. It has had some effects on Modern.
It has.
Well, I know at least 2 cards that are seeing plays in particular decks. So one of them is one of those. I want to call it a saga. Is it a saga scheme?
The book cards.
The
sagas.
The saga. Okay, it is saga. All right.
Yeah.
There's the one that Affinity is running, which is basically like Tezzeret Ultimate. Costs 4. The first 3 abilities, 3 abilities are. You look at the top 5 cards, you get to put an artifact from them into your hand, and then on the 3rd turn, all of your artifacts become 5/5.
What?
Yeah. I mean, look at the name of it. What? Why is that a thing?
I don't remember that saga, and why is that a really good Ancient Strings?
I'm sure this list is running it, right? It seems like a good one. It might not be running it. Man, come on now. I have to go through a list and try to figure out what players are running. It's 3 colorless and a blue.
Okay.
And neither of these players are running. I gotta look back and where I saw this. What was the classic? Nope, not in your list.
We're just looking.
Don't mind me.
List.
I'm just.
I think those are the lists that you already looked at. Well, how about?
Where did I see this?
How about you just gather for Dominaria? Because it's a saga, right?
It is a saga. You're right.
Gather.wizards.com.
Gather. There we go. Details. Oh, Dampening Sphere is the other one I was going to talk about.
Dampening Sphere, yes.
So we can talk about that real quick because that's Anti-Tron, Anti-Storm.
Yeah, so this is a 2-cost artifact that says if a land is tapped for 2 or more mana, it produces 1 colorless or waste instead of any other type of amount. Each spell a player casts costs 1 colorless more to cast for each other spell that the player has to cast this turn. Look at you. Have you been practicing?
I'm like,
you're able to just like click cards in. Dang.
Good.
Yo, what's up, Jamie?
What's up?
What's going on?
Yeah, Dampening Sphere is a sweet one.
That is pretty sweet.
Not too pricey for the regular version of it because it is uncommon. You can get it anywhere from $3 to $5.
Mm-hmm.
Foils are around $30 though.
Oh.
So if you want those,
because we're playing a 1-of.
I've been seeing lists running like 2 in their sideboard.
2? Okay.
Because it's like double duty against Tron and Storm. Like it seems good because each spell a player casts costs 1 more for each other spell that player has cast this turn.
Well, what's funny about that is like it's hey, you played that Goblin Electromancer, or hey, you played that Baral Chief of Compliance, but guess what? We're just going to go ahead and make you pay the full amount anyway. So it's like you're trying to cut the cost down, but really it's not.
Yeah.
AK Krager Affinity? I don't think so.
There's no Affinity tonight.
Not tonight.
Not tonight. We'll talk about the deck list soon.
We are going to see your boy TJ on camera.
We will.
Spoiler alert.
Alright, so let's look for this saga, because I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, so if you just...
Advanced search? Do I have to do
a simple search? If you just do search by color... and then you say card sets Dominaria.
Card set.
That's going to get you what you want.
You're right. Look at you being so smart.
Yeah.
Dual decks.
I am so sorry. Yo, Maximoru. Oh, don't apologize, dude.
I guess I could have searched enchantment too.
I mean, let's not complicate it at this point.
Right? Already.
Yeah, we're already here.
So
just look for the pretty looking card.
Right. I do love the art on all of them.
The sagas?
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is. The Antiquities War.
There we go.
Alright, okay. So this guy, 3 colorless and a blue. Look at I'm telling you, you practiced today. We've got the first and second chapters. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. I see.
Yeah.
I see. You guys go to Baltimore? No, we did not
No.
go. And then the third chapter, the final one of the Antiquities War, artifacts you control become artifact creatures with base power and toughness 5/5 until... Oh, it's until end of turn?
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's like,
All
you
right.
haven't killed them yet. Like,
All right.
all your...
Okay.
Like, I've seen a couple of Affinity players running it in their board because it's just like, you have all these mana rocks or like Springleaf Drums and Darksteel Citadels and stuff, and you've lost everything else, and now you're just like, well, now I can find
That makes
2
sense.
threats,
Yeah.
and then if I haven't killed you with those 2 threats yet on the third turn, I'm just going to go wide again and have a bunch of 5/5s coming at you.
Right.
So,
Huh.
yeah. I think it's a good one.
That's
Seems
pretty good as a
seems
one-up.
fun. Yeah, like...
sideboard card.
Yeah, exactly. So,
And
that's-
then Dampening Sphere.
And Dampening Sphere. Who doesn't like Dampening
Right.
Sphere, right? Those are the big ones that I've noticed showing up in people's lists. I'm sure there's other things people have been testing out and trying out, but those are the big ones.
Yeah.
I guess there was the whole team event that took place over the weekend.
Yeah, it was interesting.
So, I got to tune in bits and pieces, throughout it. Didn't get to...
Peach Garden Oath came on and was playing. We got to see them on round 1 for that. I don't think they ended up doing quite well.
Yeah, I don't...
But we did see your boy Brennan DeCandio in the finals.
Yeah, he got second, right?
But I'm thinking he had a bad time. 'Cause this, for some reason, this green-black Constrictor deck can just not go away.
I love it. It's my favorite.
Will not go away. But that was interesting. I mean, when it came to the modern portion, Green White Company, there was Red Black Hollow one. I mean, just your normal...
The stuff you'd expect to
Exactly.
see. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, did you see this, though?
I did.
Yeah, I saw that when I was playing against humans or whatever.
Humans.
And it won with this.
Oh.
Yeah, it did that.
Man, it's a shame.
I think this is your list. I think we were talking about Grizzlebrand, but I think this is really...
It's a shame, really, that it has such expensive cards in it.
Well, I think...
yeah, that one right there.
That one. We have this.
Yep.
We have this. We just need this.
Right.
And this.
Yeah.
And that's it. We have everything else.
Yep. It's totally fine.
It's fine. It's fine. No, that was a fun deck. So, we've got the Invitational tonight.
We do. Season 7.
Season 7. We survived 7 seasons. 2 years of modern coverage.
Yeah.
Watching the format shift and change over those 2 years. And even if you guys have been watching coverage, not just here, but elsewhere, you can see how diverse the top 8 is. How diverse even the top 16. Right?
Yeah.
People are trying to make stuff work, but you can play crazy stuff, and it works really well. Like, we saw... like Ironworks combo in a GP.
Yeah.
Like that's modern right now. You can do crazy things like that. So because it's the Invitational, we had 8 players
We did.
be able to lock in and snag themselves a top 8 spot.
We had, what was it, 2? We had at least 2, right? That were completely new to the top 8?
2 that were completely new. 1 was his second time coming back. No, 2 that were second time coming back. Matt was second time coming back. Robert Push was the second time coming back. We had Andrew and Max were 2 new ones.
Right.
Keenan and Jamie were repeats. They've been there multiple times. And then Lyle and TJ are returning champions.
Right.
So
I mean, it's
great story built
we
up.
already have the bragging rights for 2-time champions.
We do, yes.
Lyle was
The
looking
end boss.
for that 3rd. TJ was looking for the repeat, obviously.
Hoping to get his number 2.
But then we have 2 new faces that are looking to make a name.
Yes.
And I think they have. I think once you get to the top 8 of this Invitational, at least at our shop,
Yeah.
you have really put in the time and effort to...
people recognize you as
to earn the respect.
Yes, yeah.
You know, you don't see the two of us. Well, I guess you did once. You don't see me making it. You know,
you're very close every time though. When we look at your points,
yeah,
like you're right there. Like I think if you just like
6-man on the bench, ready to pop in at any moment.
Yeah, but like I think that's a good thing to describe. Is like we have a lot of players that come to the shop. Like in this season, over 10 weeks, if you count up every single week, there was 179 people that played. You know, that includes repeat people showing up, and like we had 20-some one week, maybe 15 another week, but overall, like 179 players played over 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Right? So it's pretty cool to see. But yeah, we get those like 8 players, and it's not always the same 8 every season. Like we do have some players that like, you know, they've been in every season.
Right.
Right? Like made it every invitational, and you expect to see them in. But we only have one person that's won twice in all 7 seasons.
And I think that really says something about our metagame at our shop and the diversity of not only the decks that are being played, but the players themselves.
Yes. Yeah. So to start things out, we are going to go over deck lists.
Yeah.
Normally we have interviews, but we did not do interviews.
Yeah, we had 2 new faces. Everybody,
I feel a little bad about that because we did have 2 new faces.
If we if we want to go back and interview them for season 8,
that's true.
We could always just sprinkle it in.
Yeah.
For everyone.
We decided to switch it up because again, we're seeing a lot of the same people play.
Yeah.
A lot of people are getting to know the players, and it's like we're running out of questions, right? We feel like you've gotten to know the players enough. Like, how much more of us asking different worded questions are we going to be able to reveal for you?
Yeah, like Lyle came in and he's like, all right, so when's the interview? I'm like, oh no, we're not doing interviews. And he's like, oh, thank God, I don't have any sort of interesting facts.
I've got nothing
that isn't magic related for you. Okay, so let's just get this tournament going.
Yep. So, speaking of which, we're going to just kind of go through the ranking system for it, because we did random pairings as well. Previously, we've done it where first seed plays 8th seed.
Yeah.
Right. So we did it random pairings, but we're going to go through at least the deck list from 1st through 8th seed, so you guys can get an idea of who's in the tournament and what they're going to be playing.
There you go.
So let's hop over and look at that real quick. Maybe.
Just thinking about it.
Wants to. There we go.
There we go. All right. So. Numero uno, Lyle.
End boss. 2-time champion.
Exactly. I like his choice.
The Geist?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I picked the Geist.
Okay, alright.
There was only one person that said, hey, I really want this card.
Oh, really? That was the only person?
That was the only person, so I took it upon myself to go ahead and pick what
something.
I thought the cards, and boom, this deck right here.
I'm surprised not the Queller, though.
I thought about it.
Okay, so you were back and forth?
Yeah, I was on the Queller, but Geist is the down home favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't like Queller.
That's true.
But they have to... Geist of St. Traft is the stepfather of the modern format. You don't have to like him, but you do have to respect him.
You better get an answer for him.
That's right.
Hope you're running Lily.
Yeah. You have to respect him.
So not many creatures in this. It is a tempo-based list, so it does have that playset of Snapcaster in there, a playset of Spell Queller, which, that exile effect is pretty nice.
Yep.
Then the 2 Geists, it's legendary, so you don't want to be stuck with too many in hand kind of thing. You got to be careful about that. Planeswalkers, though, Gideon, Ally of Zendikar, rocking that out. Now, if there are cards that we're talking about that you don't know, if you're like, oh, which Gideon is that? You can look it up. ! Card. Alright.
Gideon, ally of Zendikar. Zendikar.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
And it will pop up for you guys to be able to know.
You spelled it wrong.
But
it's okay.
You're right.
Because the card bot's got you.
You see, that's the thing, too. I was just showing the guys at home. You don't even have to spell it right, and it will tell you what the card is.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, for this Gideon here, he decided, you know what? Between the different Gideons, this one is more tempo-based because, swinging for 5 is pretty good. I get to make a 2/2 knight every single turn, so I can kind of go wide. You have that sort of playability with them, where others Gideons might not work as well, right? The other, like, 3-drop here, oh, cool, I can't lose as long as you have a Gideon. Well, they're just going to kill your Gideon.
Sure.
And if you're not committing more Gideons to the board, it's a little bit tough. So I like this one as a more tempo-based strategy. Other interesting things besides the Gideon there, he's got that single search for Azcanta.
I think we're seeing an uptick in the blue control decks that are running, because I think search is kind of making its way not only out of standard into modern, but I want to say that it may be seeing some play in Legacy as well.
Oh, interesting. I can see it.
It seems like it's a little bit slow for Legacy, but the ability to kind of manipulate what card
is on the top.
That is on the top is really good. So I would say maybe not so much Legacy. I'm trying to think of a deck that I would have seen maybe this weekend that was running it. But definitely a modern.
Definitely a modern card. It works out really well. So we've got some like cantrip stuff besides Search for Azcanta to help. We've got the playset of Serum Visions is in here. It's kind of the tried and true draw a card spell that you'll see in modern, at least with the control list. So we've got removal and counter spells. Which one do you want to talk about next?
I think removal is absolutely what the doctor ordered here. He's got 4 Lightning Bolt, 4 Path to Exile, which happens to be the best card in Magic. Don't forget it. 3 Lightning Helix, and then a Singleton on the Electrolyze. And I guess the Engineered Explosives as well. We don't want to forget that. I do like the Engineered in the main. You don't see a lot of that because, it's normally one of those just kind of slotted in. Right. It's too slow depending on your matchup, but I think Lyle's kind of respecting what's going on in the room.
Yes, that's true. And he does have another in his board as well. So he does kind of like, hey, I need just a little bit of extra removal hanging out in there.
Yep.
Right. So that's because a lot of the burn spells that you were talking about, those bolts, those helixes, can easily go face.
Sure.
Because of the tempo style of it, and you can try to race them down with like a Geist. Right. You can kind of do those sort of things. It also has colonnades that you can kind of fly in and be able to race that way. So a lot of good removal available to it. Now, if you are running stuff that has more than 3 toughness, that's where the path comes in. That's where the engineered comes in. So makes sense that he's be running that.
Yeah.
Counter spells, that Singleton spell snares in there. There's a lot of 2-drops that like to run around in modern, so seems safe to run that. Logic Knot is kind of the new remand. Most people aren't running remand unless it's a very specific list, right?
Yeah.
So,
I think the ability to just go ahead and get rid of the spell instead of letting you have it later is what people are kind of respecting now when it comes to their counter.
Yeah, I like that he still has a single mana leak in there. That's another one that a lot of people have started to shave off on, but that kind of, hey, here's 2 mana. You're going to counter it unless you have 3 extra mana committed to it.
Yep.
And if you're not ready for it, it just kind of gets you, right? And then 2 cryptics. So, like, counter spell, bounce spell, draw spell, tap all your dudes. Like, it's great. And if you're running blue in a control style deck or tempo style deck, it can fit in nicely. Like, I'd recommend running it. So, like, he does have the ability to kind of go more control-y or go more kind of tempo and in your face. And his board kind of goes with that as well. Like, you've kind of got that, all right, here's some more control stuff. Here's some more removal things. Can kind of go either way. There is a card in his sideboard that I have no idea. And that's that Invasive Surgery. I have no idea what that is.
I feel like it's a surgical effect.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Oh no, it's just the counter.
Delirium. If there are 4 or more card types, 1 cards in your graveyard, search your graveyard, hand, and library for that spell's control in it. Oh, it is. Okay. It's a surgical counter spell.
Yeah, if he has Delirium, he can go ahead and surgical.
I like that, especially if he's running engineered and stuff like that. There's ways to throw artifacts in there.
That might be another reason why he's turning it on.
Yeah.
With that. But I mean, usual suspects. You've got the Staticaster. You got the Dispel, the Purge, the Wear and Tear. I like his choice on the 3 Molten Rain. We do have a lot of Tron that runs around in our shop, so I think Lyle was kind of preparing for the eventuality that he was going to run into a Tron
at least
matchup.
One of them from some of the players that did make the top 8. Yeah,
Exactly.
so I think that was smart to go for. Yeah, there's our first place player coming into it. We'll look at second seed coming in. Now, you played against this list.
I did.
Right?
Oh, man. this deck is rough, man, to play against. It's good. I went with mid-range because he's running the Bloodbraid Elves, he's running the Tarmogoyfs, and the Tireless Trackers. I feel like, he called it 4-color pile.
Yes, he did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel as, what's the word? Heralds of modern Magic. We can't present to everyone at home.
Here's 4-color pile.
Here's 4-color pile. So I was like, mid-range seems fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, this deck has basically what you want to do when Bloodbraid Elf and Jace the Mind Sculptor are legal in Modern. Right? It's got both cards in it.
Yes.
It also runs Tarmogoyf Snapcasters, which are just obviously good cards. And then every bit of removal you would see in Jund.
Right. It's kind of like a Jund deck, like, combined with a blue deck, right? Because it's running the Snapcasters in there, it's running the Jace, it's running Search for Azcanta, but it's like, the rest is Jund, right?
Yeah.
Inquisitions, Terminates, Kulgun's Command, Lightning Bolts, Thoughtseize, Abrupt Decay, Fatal Push, Maelstrom Pulse, Liliana, like, it's... The spells that it runs is just all good stuff.
We could have called it Sultai Red.
That's... Go back to the days of that standard.
Yeah, you know? Jund Blue.
Yeah.
Jund Blue has a certain ring to it in my 4-color good stuff. Nah, we can't call it that. Like I said, we gotta come up with a good name. 4-color good stuff, 4-color pile. I love the Maelstrom Pulse.
Yes.
I think Maelstrom Pulse is huge, especially in Modern. It is a 3-cost spell, but it does what you need it to do.
Now, I'm wondering how often is he hitting things like Abrupt Decay and Maelstrom Pulse and things like that off the Bloodbraid Elf, you know? Like, I'm wondering in his list, like, or like Inquisitions or Thoughtseizes where his opponent has no cards in hand, and because you played against him and he was like stripping your cards away left and right.
I mean, it's tough.
So
yeah, it's definitely tough. Thoughtseize is probably arguably the best card in Modern. I think it's really, really powerful.
It is,
and being able to play both Inquisition and Thoughtseize on top of all the removal, on top of Jace the Mind Sculptor. It just makes it really tough to get anything done. And this is the second deck that has a Search of Azcanta in it.
Yes, it is. The first seed and second seed both kind of on that line. Now, I like that he does commit a little bit more to running 3 Jace.
Yep.
I like that. Now, the 4-color, you can see there's so many lands that are 1-ofs because he needs to just turn on his mana.
He was testing my ability to put all of his cards on the slide. I was like, 1, 2... There's so many 1-ofs here.
Yes. So what do you think about the Tireless Tracker in the list?
I love Tireless Tracker. I think it's huge. And the fact that he has all of these lands, he's
he's
only
got
going to benefit
so
him.
many fetch lands and so many ways to kind of find those specific lands that he needs.
But here's the thing. On top of being able to pump up a Tireless Tracker, which is going to do wonders for him, he's also getting the clues.
Yes.
So he's able to sack those clues and then draw one of those big removal spells, or even a Bloodbraid Elf or a Liliana, and that's going to turn the tide of any game. So the ability to not only have draw on top of all your removal is huge. And it fits well. I mean, obviously, he went, 5-0 that last week?
Yes, he did.
He was on camera 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
People just weren't ready for it.
So talk to me about his sideboard choices, right? Because it's sort of like, here's some removal stuff, and then it's like, oh, I think there could be big mana decks.
Well, so... I think interestingly enough, I've heard him talk before we went into Banned and Restricted, and I think it was around the time that Bloodbraid Elf and Jace the Mind Sculptor were getting unbanned. He was like, enjoy Storm, because it's going to get banned, because Storm is a very popular deck.
Yes.
Very powerful, doing really well. So I do like, and other than the fact that I've been slaughtered games when I played Splinter Twin, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
But I love slaughter games in a sideboard just in the preparation. Jamie has played Storm multiple times during the season, so I think he was kind of preparing for the eventuality that he might see a combo deck.
Yeah.
For this tournament. Fulminator Mages, obviously, for Tron. I like those. He's got the one of Engineered. I don't know all the modes on Jun Charm.
I know there's some graveyard stuff and card Jun Charm.
Exile all cards from target's graveyard. That's really good against shadow players.
Pyroclasm.
Yep. Jund, Pyroclasm, and then put 2 on counters. So, I mean, that's super decent, and he's obviously found the ability to put, set aside a slot in his sideboard for it, but then cover all of his other bases.
Yes.
He's got Extirpate, he's got Stone Rain, Anger of the Gods. Like, he's kind of hit every mark. I think that he needs.
Yeah, no, like, it's, you notice that there's no extra, like, the list doesn't care about counterspells.
Nope.
Like, when you think a lot of, like, oh, it's running Search, it's running Jace, okay, it's got all these counterspells, it's running Snapcast. No, it's just, like, Disruption and removal spells.
Yeah, it's removal deck.
Yeah. So, pretty powerful deck. We're going to see how well Matt does in the actual Invitational itself. So, going on to numero 3.
Oh, my. I think this is the biggest upset. If I'm gonna be truthful with
you. He had not played any big mana decks the entire season, so nobody was putting him on this list at all. So
and the fact that it was random pairings, and that's what everyone at home needs to keep in mind when they're looking at these deck lists, is like Lyle, we were talking about the engineered explosives.
Yeah.
It's random pairings, so he kind of had to build his deck with I don't know who I'm gonna have play against.
Yeah, like you can't do the snipes like we've seen in previous season where someone's like, oh, okay, Lyle's on blue-white control. I'm going to build Boggles and just get him.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Feels bad, season 1. But no one was expecting TJ to play Tron. Honestly, I didn't even know he owned the cards.
Yeah, and it's just the green version, right? Not running red-green, not running green-black. Like, it's just Tron, right? Straight up, hey, here's some powerful green stuff. I can run more, like, World Breaker in there. It's running 3 Ulamogs, 3 Worm Coil, a Spellskite, a Walking Ballista.
I love it.
So, the normal Planeswalkers you'd expect to see. 4 Karn, 1 Ugin. It's got the Mana Rocks, 4 Spheres, 4 Star, 4 Maps. The 4 Stirrings, 4 Sylvan Scrying. We're running 2 Relics in here. There's a lot of graveyard decks running around. The extra draw is nice, so that is helpful. 3 Oblivion Stones, pretty standard to see. Just sort of that board wipes effect. Same with the 1 All Is Dust. Sometimes you'll see that in the board, sometimes you'll see it main, and you'll have some variance on numbers. I like, because it is this sort of top A, you don't know what you're going to face, having that main board seems nice. Because I'm pretty sure he's like, no one else is running Affinity or Eldrazi or anything like that. I'm gonna make you lose a bunch of stuff, right? So I like that idea. But talk to us about a sideboard.
I was gonna say there are a couple, like the main deck is pretty standard.
Yes.
You're never gonna go anywhere and see a crazy like Tron list that's completely just out of this world, right? Mm-hmm. But the sideboard is where I think the decks really start to separate themselves.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, the 3 Thought Knot Seer.
Yeah.
I think he's really putting the ability on being able to kind of disrupt his opponent's hand when he can. And I also like the Life from the Loam. I think.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not seeing a lot of Life from the Loam in Tron decks.
Right.
So I think he's putting a lot of value on. There's going to be a lot of land removal.
It's a good way because there are some lists that used to run like Crucible of Worlds and things like that on the board, but Life and Loam seems great. Like if you're just running just a straight up green list, why not?
So, but I mean, otherwise he's got Dismember, he's got Grafdigger's Cage, 3 Nature's Claim, 3 Thrag Tusk, just to kind of add some more threats on the board, keep his life total high, and then the 2 Warping Whale.
Yeah. So, again, pretty stock list. Maybe he's kind of taking a page out of Jeremy's book and going, hey, you know what? He did pretty well with Tron before. Just draw what you need. Seems like a good strategy. Why not? No one should be expecting me to be playing it.
Yeah.
They might expect someone else to be on it, but I don't think they're expecting him. So I like that idea of really mixing it up that way. So let's see. Seed number 4.
My boy.
It's your boy.
Yeah, it really kills me that I couldn't find a good Hollow 1 card on the internet. This is the only one. I'm going to point it out because it looks terrible.
What do you mean? Couldn't you not go to Gather?
No, it wasn't working. Yeah.
You know I have the one from Gather saved on my computer.
Oh, well, see, this is why we need to talk more. Anyway, so Keenan, he brought Black Red Hollow 1 to the table. It's something that he's been kind of playing after testing out humans.
Yeah, humans.
Wasn't a huge fan.
He liked it for a little bit and was like, okay, yeah. But I think he was really looking for a deck like this.
Yeah.
Like, post-burn, it was like, I just want something powerful.
That I can just still kill you really quickly.
Yeah.
Keenan, my boy, he's kind of like, he doesn't want to spend a lot of time playing Magic. He's kind of an all-in type of individual.
Get in, get out.
Yeah. Get my wins and I'll walk out the door. But this is a deck that's seen a lot of popularity. If you guys haven't seen this deck,
where have you been?
Where have you been? Yeah. It didn't start out as Black Red.
No, it's so like around December time is that shift, right?
Yeah.
So it was like a Vengevine style deck where people were trying to figure out how to make Hollow 1 work.
Yeah.
Right, and it was like a 3-color like Jund-esque style usually, and then people were like, hey, there are these cards that don't see play at all.
Right.
They're called Burning Inquiry and Goblin Lore.
Right.
And they shot up in price. Like, after this deck started, like, winning and doing really well, they were, I'm going to look now and see what the actual price of Goblin Lore is, but, it had gone up a whole bunch.
What I find interesting about this deck is the amount of four ofs.
Yeah.
In the deck, 4 Goblin Lore, 4 Lightning Bolt, 4 Faithless, 4 Burning, 4 Hollow, 4 Blood. Like, it's just 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and then you have the ability to kind of just throw in some 1-ofs. So he's got a 1-of Tasigur, he's got 2 Gurmag, and that's about it.
So Goblin Lore is now $35.
Holy
is the
moly.
cheapest that you can get.
Jeez.
You can get a foil for $60 though.
Yeah, it seems fine.
But yeah, so like that kind of helped optimize the deck, I want to say, but there are times where the deck can lose to itself.
Oh, I think so.
It's super powerful. Like turn 1, you could like in Magic Christmas Land that can actually happen with this deck. It's not like it's kind of like the turn 2 kill somebody with Infect, right?
Right.
It happens. You can sit there and be able to cast like 2 Hollow Ones on turn 1. Like you can have some crazy draws and just be able to get there with like cycling Street Race, using Burning Inquiry and stuff. Like it. Sometimes though, because it is random with the way the discards work, you discard your Hollow One, you discard your Gurmag, like you lose your threats.
You definitely don't want your threats in the.
But it has that like staying power later in the game. Where, hey, here's the Bloodghast coming back from the graveyard.
Exactly.
Here's the Flamewake Phoenix coming back from the graveyard, right? It also is running Lingering Souls now.
I like that.
So that's like hey, well, I've discarded it. Now I've got more threats in the graveyard, right? So it's like, it's got that ability. He's got some cool sideboard choices here.
Yeah.
Like Big Game Hunter is starting to be a little bit more standard stock. Especially with like Death Shadow and other like big, powerful creatures running around. Big Game Hunter works nicely, and it's got that madness cost. So if you discard it, hey, you've got that ability to kind of bring it back, sort of thing. More removal, like Fatal Push is in there. Collective Brutality is kind of that versatility card. If you're playing against a deck full of spells, you can sit there and mess with them that way. Grim Lavamancer, you're throwing a lot of stuff in your graveyard, so you've got a lot of fuel. Ancient Grudge, anti-artifact stuff. Leyline, anti-graveyard for your opponents because it doesn't affect yours, just your opponents.
Right.
And then the Singleton Hazoret.
I love it.
Right.
Hazoret the Fervent.
You're running out of cards in your hand because you're looting stuff away, right?
Right.
Faithless Looting, Burning Inquiry, and Goblin Lore. Well, discard a bunch of stuff. Now Hazoret's turned on.
Guess what? We're ready to go.
Enjoy. So, powerful deck. Again, it's a deck that you probably have seen over the last 6 months or so, really popping up a lot more and doing well. So, moving on to a new face.
Okay. All right.
I think if anybody was going to say, for sure, we know what deck someone's playing, I think they would have been like, Andrew's probably playing something with Death Shadow.
I'd say it's probably like a 75-25.
Yeah.
He does have the Tron deck as well.
He does.
But I know that he's been really enjoying this
Traverse one?
Sultai Red.
Sultai Red
Shadow.
Yes. The Traverse, the 4-color version.
I think what I like most about the Traverse Shadow deck is the Traverse the Ulvenwald.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's like it was looking for a home in Modern, and it just stumbled its way because it was around the same time as Death Shadow was picking up in popularity. Mm-hmm. We saw Traverse got printed. So the ability to, hey, I'm going to be doing all of these things to like Street Wraith and Mishra's Bauble. I'm going to be putting random cards in my in my graveyard. So why wouldn't I play a card that says, hey, go get a creature, for 1 green? Come on. Why wouldn't you want to
find
do that?
a threat?
Yeah.
And with his threats being Tarmogoyf and Death Shadow, right? A 1 mana cost and 2 mana cost creature, it's easy to say, well, I've run few threats. I need a way to get them. This works out great.
Right.
So the main list, is kind of similar to, Jund style list that you might expect to see with the fact that it's got removal and disruption in there. The Inquisitions, the Thoughtseize is here. It's got Abrupt Decay. It's got a Singleton Lightning Bolt, a Singleton Seal of Fire, which is just, hey, I need to turn on Traverse with the enchantments. I've got 3 Fatal Pushes in here. It's got a nice mix. 2 Dismember. The Dismember is, works out nicely because you can pay the life and help turn Death Shadow on. And then you've got the 2 Stubborn Denial, 3 Manamorphose, and 2 Temur Battle Rage. Talk to me about those 3 cards in particular.
Yeah, so I think what I like most is the 3 Manamorphose. I don't know if this is a staple for Traverse Shadow lists.
Yeah.
Because I'm just really familiar with Andrew playing Traverse Shadow, so it's just kind of okay, he's going to have Manamorphose. But I think it's really, really strong. Because I've watched him multiple times be able to Manamorphose, make some mana, draw, and then be able to kind of play another threat. So not only is he kind of thinning his deck out more, getting the cards that he needs, but he also has the ability to play another, like a Tarmogoyf, on top of already being able to kind of, he's just using his mana more efficiently to get to that point. Traverse the Ulvenwald, obviously we talked about that. And then the Temur Battle Rage is that gotcha.
Yes.
Basically it has the ability to power up a Death Shadow, power up a Tarmogoyf that's already being buffed, not only by your life total or by the amount of cards in your graveyard, different types of cards in your graveyard, I should say, and then be able to just go, just kidding, let's double it.
Let's just kill you this turn.
Right. So it's got that surprise factor to it.
So lots of one-ofs in the board.
For sure.
All right. Delay. What is this card?
Yeah, Delay, trying to think of it's a blue card, counter target spell. Yeah, you exile a creature. So basically it's I'm going to counter this and then I'm going to kill you before you can actually do anything with it. He's talked quite a bit about enjoying having the delay.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's probably gotten him out of a couple sticky situations.
I could see that. Here, we're going to suspend this for 3 turns.
Exactly. He's got the removal cards. He's got a Grim Lavamancer. He has the Abrade. He has the Maelstrom Pulse in there.
Yep.
And then he also has a Liliana the Last Hope. And then Hazard the Fervent himself, which is just, again, he's going to be finding himself in a position where he doesn't have a lot of cards.
Yeah.
So he can just basically say, well, I don't have any cards in my hand, now Hazard's turned on.
Yes, it works out nicely that way. So, a nice mix of cards that he's got available to him. Powerful 4-color list that we'd expect to see. So, got a couple more deck lists to talk about. Next one of our returning players.
Oh.
One of my favorite decks.
Of course.
You know.
So tell me about it. Like, is there...
So it is on the Jace Friends Prodigy version. Which that loot effect's pretty nice.
Yeah.
It draws removal away. If it sticks around, you can be able to cast those spells that you've played from your graveyard. You know, maybe you have a protection spell. Maybe you've got an extra pump spell to finish somebody off. You've got that kind of ability to help yourself out. The creatures are stock list that you'd expect to see. A play set of Noble, Blighted Agent, and Glistener Elf. So, like, those are tried and true amongst all of the modern Infect, right? For the most part, if you're playing just blue-green. Sometimes you'll see people splash black and stuff like that, but for the most part, if you're going to be competing and doing well in tournament scene, you will be seeing blue-green. So spells, we see variants here and there. One of the nice things about running Jace Friends Prodigy is the ability to run 2 Dismembers. So you can kind of clear the path a little bit, because you can be able to flash that back with Vryn's Prodigy once he ends up flipping. So that's really nice. But in order to do that, you have to shave down on a couple other spells, right? So it's only running 1 Distortion Strike for this list, 1 Apostle's Blessing. The rest of it is pretty standard. You know, it can go all in and kill you turn 2, because it does run 4 Mutagenic, 4 Might, 4 Groundswell, 4 Vines, 3 Become Immense, and 4 Blossoming Defense there. So quite standard to see this sort of list.
Sure.
It is running the Dryad Arbor main board. So we do have that ability to kill somebody with a Dryad Arbor as kind of a last resort thing, or just have a blocker. Hey, you're playing against Lily. Let's fetch that Dryad Arbor up and sack it. 2 Breeding Pool, 2 Forests, 2 Pendelhaven. The rest are fetch lands. Sideboards, again, lots of 1s and 2s of. Some interesting things to note, like the counter spells make sense to see. You see that all the time. Dispels, Spell Pierces, things like that. Artifact removal, Nature's Claim, Hercules. You see Hercules every now and again in specific lists. Maybe could be saying, well, if TJ's on Affinity, this just helps.
Yep.
Right? Kitchen Finks, you need a Kitchen Finks in the board. 1 to 2 makes the most sense. 2 Spellskite in the board there. Shaper Sanctuary is a great card. Corruptor is great. A lot of people have been switching it back and forth. Some have been running it main board. Some just keep it in their board. Whatever you're fine with. He's added back in the Karen Call, which just makes those 1/1 insects.
Oh, okay.
It's that
so
one.
It's just the ability to go wide.
Yeah, you can come back later on if it's going grindy. You've lost all your stuff. You draw this. Oh, okay. Here's 2 1/1s. All right, now I've got some more infect creatures to try to finish you with. And then the one that Jamie's played previously, a couple of years ago, he was on this list without Vryn's Prodigy, but was on this card in his sideboard, which was Leyline of Sanctity, which I'm still not sold on. Like, I understand why it's a good card, and I understand why you might want it if you're playing this list, right? Being able to say, hey, you can't make me discard a card. You can't make me sack a creature, right?
Right.
You can't make me do any of that stuff.
It protects you from, I think, most of all, losing your creatures, from the Liliana effect. But, I think it also protects your hand. I think I think as an Infect player, you find yourself kind of weak to, I'm going to keep a hand with 1, 2 creatures maybe, but with with Death Shadow decks and this 4-color pile we got running around.
Yes.
There's just so much hand disruption that you kind of find yourself in this position where, I had creatures, but now I don't.
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting. But was it 4 cost normally?
Cost 4,
2
double white.
Yeah, there's unless you have 2 nobles out, how are you?
You're gonna hope it's in your opening hand.
Exactly.
Otherwise,
that's the only thing.
Gonna ship it with Jace Friends Prodigy, throw it in my graveyard.
Right.
So I don't know. That's why I'm still iffy about it. I understand the logic behind it. It's a good card. I don't know if I can justify having the sideboard slots for it when I play Infect. But to each their own.
Sure.
Everyone, that's what's nice about Infect is it does have those flex spots that you can be able to do. So we've got a couple more lists to talk about. Robert Push. That's an interesting one.
That is an interesting one.
It's like he decided to go, there is a deck, all right, that's all about destroying lands and playing Blood Moon and, being ridiculous, right? The red-green Ponza stuff.
Yep.
It's like he decided to do that, but take out all the land destruction and throw in the Madcap experiment with the Platinum Imperium. Like, that seems to be where he went this route.
Right.
Like, you see Utopian Sprawls, you see Bonfires, Chandra, Blood Moon, Huntmaster, Arbor Elf, Stormbreath Dragon, Birds of Paradise, right? Inferno Titan, Courser, like, all this, it all looks like very much like a Ponza list. And that might be his mindset, too, going forward of like, hey, I'm going to play a couple stuff, make you think I'm on this, and then
switch it out.
Bam, here's a Madcap.
Right.
Well, you could play it on turn 3 if you have a bird out. So or a Dryad, not Dryad Arbor Elf out. Like you could play it on turn 3 and really get somebody. So it's pretty cool, very powerful for the way it works. For those that have not seen the list and are like, what? I understand that you're going to be losing life off Madcap experiments, right? Well, there is a card.
Yeah, what is the Platinum Imperium?
That stops that from happening. Costs 8 normally.
I see.
Your life total can't change.
Clever. Alright.
So you do Madcap Experiment. If it resolves, cool. You're going to be able to get this. Enters the battlefield. Awesome. Put the rest of the cards on the bottom. Sweet. Now Madcap Experiment deals damage to you equal to the number of cards revealed this way. Well, hey, guess what?
My life total can't change.
My life total can't change. Sweet, that goes back. This Madcap goes to my graveyard, and now I can say pass turn, and you now have to deal with an 8/8. Right? It's like if you're playing Hearthstone, you've played one of your giants. Like it's kind of that sort of aspect.
I got you.
So it runs Kessick Wolf Run in there too, so you can give some guys trample and just kind of power over. Blood Moon works really well, especially if there's all these 4-color lists running around. Like, if you're sitting here going, I have a super greedy mana base, I'm playing 4 colors, and he goes, oh good, I'm playing Blood Moon.
Yeah.
Like, mine's red-green.
Yep, seems fine.
Right, he's got 8 forests. Yeah. Sideboard is kind of stock that you would expect for, like, a Ponza list almost.
Yep.
He's running 3 Stone Rain, 2 Thragtusk, 3 Scavenging Ooze, 2 Anger, 2 Ancient Grudge, 1 Shatterstorm, and 2 Dryad Militants. Anti-instant sorcery kind of thing.
Yep.
So, like it's powerful. Like Madcap Experiment has seen most of its play in like a Blue Moon list because you've got like counter spells and stuff to back it up, and it just has another clock you can put on people. But I don't know. I think it's gonna work out and definitely catch people off guard. But I think the main thing that's going to help him is having things like Blood Moon to allow him to land down like a Huntmaster, land down a Stormbreath if he cannot find those Madcaps.
Right.
So.
Yeah, you've got 4 Madcap and you have 2 Platinum Imperium, right? So like that's 6 cards out of your 60. So you have to have the ability to not like put all your eggs in the Madcap basket.
Yes.
And be able to kind of and otherwise it looks like a red-green mid-range list. Like you're just kind of just powering out, a Titan here, a Courser there. Here's the Huntmaster of the Fells, which is really good. So, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's a good one. All right, so we've got one more to talk about. New face.
I got really excited when I got this.
Okay.
Right? Because I saw blue-white and I saw Spectral Procession.
Yeah, and you're like, yes!
And I'm like, this is blue-white spirits. This is great. And then I actually dived into the deck and I was like, wait, Brett, it's not blue-white spirits.
No.
It's blue-white tokens.
Is.
And what threw me off was as I was setting it up, and I was like, wait, there are 2 Emrakul in here? What is it that we're doing? But yeah, so there you go. Guess what? I only have 2 creatures, and those 2 creatures are Emrakul the Aeon's Torn, so I'll just polymorph, destroy one of my cheap little tokens, and we'll just reveal an Emrakul and say, hey, this was fun.
I love this idea. Like, he's running Quicken in
Yeah,
here
he's got 2
well.
Quicken to help back that up. Otherwise, you've got Secure the Waste, token generator.
Yep.
Intangible Virtue to help power up those tokens, just in case
Give
you're
your
not...
Vigilance,
Yep.
+1/+1.
Exactly.
Pretty good.
Raise the Alarm, Spectral Procession, Beckon Apparition, Midnight Haunting. The Flavor Husk I thought was neat.
What's Flare?
It's one of those germ creatures out of, I think it was New Phyrexia.
Oh, the living weapon thing.
Yeah. Living weapon.
Makes a germ,
Yep. So, makes a germ, and then equipped creature gets +1/+1. So it's just another way to help kind of power up a short little 1/1.
Mm-hmm.
I like the one of Settle in the list.
Yeah, it's just a nice little, hey, just to help me out, stay alive.
Yeah.
Give you some lands, exile your creatures that are attacking. I like it.
Sideboard, just about the same. You got 2 Leyline of Sanctity, 2 Nevermore. Nevermore was the 5 cost, right?
No. Nevermore is the... I think it's a 3 cost.
Is it a 3 cost?
For the enchantment one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Spells with chosen name. Okay, so, okay. 2 Graft Diggers, 2 Ghostly Prison, 2 Disenchant, a Torpor Orb, Stony Silence, Oblivion. Just your casual removal effects. So I love Detention Sphere. Oblivion Ring, super good.
Yeah.
Stony Silence is there for the Affinity matchup, which doesn't exist now.
It's not often you see Stony Silence running around in people's boards.
Right.
So I like that kind of nod towards Affinity.
Right. Just respecting that Affinity could be there.
Yeah.
I guess it also does shut down Tron
A lot.
if it has the ability.
Yeah.
But as a one-of, it's a little bit more difficult.
But, so the thing to notice with this list is it's a lot of times a token strategy works really well against mid-range because it can be super grindy, right? Hey, we're playing this War of Attrition, you can't really get through me, I can't really get through you as well, but I have evasion, so I can usually get over top of you and slowly will you down, right? This list in particular has a way to just say, hey, on turn 4, an Emrakul is going to be entering the battlefield. Just so you know. I can play this long game if you want, but I can just end it and, better have an answer or I'm killing you. And he has Quicken, so he can do it on his opponent's turn, too. It's like, his opponent plays this spell, and you go, alright, cool, I'm going to Quicken this Polymorph, and now I'm going to be able to get you, right? I mean, that'll be turn 5 in order to do all that, but still, something that not a lot of people, I think, are going to be expecting. And I think, you look at Max's list and you look at Robert's list, it's like they are doing crazy shenanigans for their top 8 choices. Right? They're like, hey, I think people are playing a lot of fair, powerful decks. So I'm going to do something ridiculous that can be overpowered.
Right.
If it works, awesome. If not, I got this backup plan. Robert's like, hey, I've got this sort of mid-rangey red-green stuff, right? And Max is like, well, I got tokens, right? So I'll just hang out and we'll try this. So I like their mindset going forward. So, do you remember who's on camera round 1?
I do.
Oh.
So we randomized the pairings. We got who we have set up. If I remember correctly, it was Matt and nope. Let me start with Andrew and Lyle.
Andrew and Lyle, yep.
Andrew and Lyle were one. TJ and Max
yep.
were the other. We had Don't tell me. Let me see the names. The names are going to help here. I believe it was Keenan and Matt. And that would leave Jamie and Robert. No, Robert and Matt, Jamie and Keenan.
There you go.
That was it. Nailed it. And because of how things work over here at Modern Magic Mondays, we had 2 new faces.
We did. And
so it was either Max and TJ or Andrew or Lyle.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that we said, Lyle, you got 2 championships under your belt, dude.
We need to see some other players.
We need to see Max in this sweet blue-white tokens list against TJ and Tron.
Yep. So let's hop over to our first round, the quarterfinals. All right, so there's no time limit.
Oh my God, we're finally in the Magic portion.
It's just, we got there, guys. We did it. We talked about decks, and there wasn't even any interviews this time around.
Yeah.
So players getting ready. There's no time limit. They can play as much time as they want, many minutes as they might need in order to complete their round. So that's why I think previously we saw Lantern Control show up a couple times in Invitationals.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So that's something to consider. Tron versus blue-white tokens. Now, TJ has a really good card in his main board to help him against tokens, which is that Oblivion Stone.
Yeah.
Right? So that's going to be one of those, like, hey, you're trying to go wide, I'm just going to blow everything up. We're just going to
Let's just slow it down. Yeah. I'm trying to do something with all of this mana I'm making, and Max, I just need you to... So yeah, I would definitely see the Oblivion Stone do some good work here.
All is Dust is another one to kind of keep in mind.
Yeah.
Ugin the Spirit Dragon is another one. That sort of blow up stuff.
7 cards.
Let's hope for the best. Now, TJ being the higher seed does get to decide to play or draw.
Yep. TJ doesn't like it.
We'll ship it back.
Alright, 6 cards, that seems fine.
Yeah, and that's it, like, knowing when to mulligan is a skill that you need to harness and practice.
Oh. Didn't shuffle a whole lot there.
No, that was just sort of...
That was a quick one. He says yes, that's fine. Or keeping 6. Max is on 7.
Neither player knows. Maybe they do. Maybe there's been talks.
I don't know. I think we were kind of 0 dark 30.
Yeah.
On this, we weren't really sure who. Well, I mean, you and I knew.
Yes.
Yeah. We knew.
We're in the know.
Right. But I don't know. Like, interesting enough, TJ and Lyle live together.
They do.
They're playtest partners.
Yes.
However, I don't think Lyle knew that TJ was bringing Tron.
Right. I think, Lyle had been...
Oh, no, Max is going to 7.
Playtesting...
He was still thinking.
Yeah, playtesting more with Andrew. Like, they've been sitting there and practicing together a little bit more lately, so... Now, I know there was a team event that took place over the weekend, but there is going to be another modern-based event coming up soon. Technically 2, I guess, if you will, for those that are interested and live in the area. Regionals is in Baltimore June 2nd. And then June 10th is that SCG Con in Roanoke.
Okay.
Right? So they have all those big tournaments and other panels and events and other crazy stuff that'll be taking place for that. So I know I'm going to be trying to go to regionals, but I will not be able to attend SCG Con. Looks like both
Jigs up. TJ's playing Tron.
And whose Tron deck is he playing?
Yeah, exactly.
So
got a star. Max starts with the planes.
I love the lands of Jeremy. Right, those miscut sign, like they're just beautiful lands. I never really cared much for miscut cards before, but seeing the Tron list, it's like, yeah, this is nice. I like those Tron lands like that. That's cool.
Secret Co's
and
pass.
pass. Like, you're seeing this, are you like...
What is happening right now?
Yeah, what
I mean, obviously he's holding up a counterspell.
Yeah, that's
He's
that's
all like, I gotta
okay.
be careful about what I'm playing. I'll just go sack the map, get this tower. I'm trying to do stuff on turn 3 and turn 4 anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, just go right ahead. I think he just drew an Emrakul. Pass. Alright, now it's Spell Queller. It's Spell Queller.
He's just on... Alright, here's the sphere.
Are you gonna quell this? No. Okay, cool. Great.
Make a green. Tap this.
He's looking for Ancient Strains right now.
Yeah.
He's ready to
Oof.
look at some cards on top of his deck. Max is clearly not doing anything.
I don't know if he drew a land.
I don't think he did.
Alright.
Alright, here's a Spell Skite.
Use that green, use that, and... I'd like to make 2 spirits, please.
I think it's Beckon Apparition.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so.
So he's got 2 spirits. Can't Skite that.
Redirect to me.
Plays another Plains.
Seems like perfect time to polymorph.
Yep.
Midnight Haunting.
Midnight Haunting. Yeah, that's what I said, right?
Yeah, that's a Beckoning Apparition.
Beckon Apparition, Midnight Haunting.
It's all the same, right?
Here's
Oblivion
Stone. We're making more spirits.
Yeah.
Maybe. Could be soldiers. Knights.
Soldiers. Mm-hmm. Raise the alarm for that.
Raise the alarm. Cards we don't normally see. Glacial Fortress?
I like it.
Pass.
The new art Glacial Fortress, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got with the land.
Not the land I wanted. Oh. Ballista for 2.
Okay. Oh, we did see 2 damage come through. Sorry. Got distracted.
Here it is. I'm going to polymorph
one of these tokens. And he's going to reveal all these.
Yep. Now, hey, this is a good time to look at his deck.
Quicken polymorph. I love it. Yeah, now he gets to show. It's like, hey, look at... Oh, here's my creature. This will enter on your turn.
Yep.
It's like, huh.
TJ's like, what's going on here?
I see you.
Why do you have this flying spaghetti monster?
Looks like a foil one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how you play Emrakul, right? You play with foils.
Better be foil or don't play it. Now it's upside down. He's going to be attacking Max.
Yeah, and TJ says, all right, that's fine.
That's true. It is on the wall behind him. Okay, so turn 5, Quicken into polymorph. Have you ever seen that happen ever?
Nope.
Yeah.
This is a first for Modern Magic Mondays, but I'm not surprised.
I'm not either. I like this idea. Like, this seems like something I would troll people with, to be honest.
It sure would.
It's like, hey Nan, there's this polymorph card. It's like, okay, that seems kind of cool. You know?
Yeah. What are you gonna do with polymorph? You're just gonna get rid of those tokens?
Okay. What's your one creature you're gonna find with this? Emrakul, huh? And you're gonna run blue-white. Okay, so you can be able to quicken. All right. Okay, I'm liking this. I want to see more of this, like, quicken action. Like, we never see quicken. It's always just like hard cast it.
Right.
Okay, so quicken is Max's addition to it. I like it. So now it's going to the sideboard, right? So this was a week before Dominaria came out.
Yes. Okay.
So you can't have Dampening Sphere in the board. That was one of the things we're not noticing any sideboard cards for players. Love me some Quicken. TJ's like looking through his stuff. He's like, I don't have anything.
Yeah,
there's nothing.
What do you do for this?
I was not prepared for polymorph.
Well,
nobody told me there'd be polymorph decks.
is polymorph instant?
Sorcery. So that's why he quickens.
He's got Warping Wail.
He does have Warping Wail.
So he does have 2 cards he could play. He can Warping Wail the polymorph.
Yes, that's a good idea.
So
counter target sorcery. So my MTG foil finance friend has been talking to me about the price of foil lands for Tron and the price of foil cards and how ridiculous those cards are in price right now.
Huh.
Yes, this is our mutual friend that's interested in Jund as well. If you couldn't.
I was like, this sounds like a conversation about somebody that I know. I see that we're not using names, so I could be wrong, but my heart was telling me that I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, I've been seeing a lot on Twitter, too, is just like the prices of reserve list cards and how insane they are in prices and stuff like that. But I just like, I guess if I had money to invest, I would probably invest in some reserve list cards, but I don't.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, nah. You can tell me how much they cost. I don't care. I'm not playing them.
I mean, have you're looking for a house, right?
Yes.
It might be time to start selling some cards, dude.
That's true.
You know, I hear when you start looking for a house, you don't buy cards. you actually sell.
Get rid of stuff.
You get rid of them. So we're on 6 for TJ. Max is at 7.
I hope we see another Quicken Emrakul.
Yeah.
Polymorph, make it happen. But I really hope that we get to see kind of like some Karn shenanigans or Ugin shenanigans and like really mess with them.
Oh, no worries, Dark Lord.
Oh.
Here's a Mine Chromatic Star. Pretty much the same start.
Yeah.
Windbrisk Heights.
I love it.
Hideaway cards.
Jesus.
Literally hiding away in Emrakul. Okay.
That's like living the dream right there.
That is.
Like, all I need to do is attack with 3 creatures and I can activate this? Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Yep.
Wow. Here's an Ancient Stirrings.
Find me a land.
Yep. I don't know. We might need to get rid of this Windbrisk Heights. Gets the tower.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad, not bad. He always got Karn in hand.
See?
Here's a Sphere. I mean, he's got to have Tron, right?
You'd think, like, Natural Tron here.
Seachrome Coast. Oh.
What's that card?
That's that one of Stony Silence. That one of Stony Silence.
Well, here's a
useless relic.
Make me feel like I'm doing something with my turn.
Damn. Here's a Plains. Just make some tokens.
Please.
Oh my god. Spectral Procession right now. Just turn 4, Emrakul.
Oh.
He literally lived the dream. Ballista for 1. Pass.
He's got a threat out. Hey, here we go. Gonna make 2 1/1 soldiers, and I'm gonna do something else.
I'm gonna show you a card.
It does something.
It's a card that has text on it. Yep, here's some
Makes
spirits.
a spirit.
Here's the
my
soldiers.
2 soldiers.
Okay, yep, we're living the dream. Here we go.
Attack with these
Glacial
3
Fortress
creatures now.
Yep.
Turn them sideways.
Watch him. Watch the man. Oh, well, I guess I got it.
That was a nice little shrug there,
Yeah.
too. I mean, I might as well.
Yep.
Look at this! Yes!
He's just like, cool. Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
That was everything I was hoping for. To be honest, like
I feel so bad for TJ, man.
I feel bad as well because
how do you can't combat that?
You don't. You like.
You can't.
You just kind of have to shrug at that point. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Play your Windbreast Kites. Get your Emrakul. Like, there's just no way around that. I mean, can you destroy the land and then the hideaway doesn't work, right?
Yeah, you can ghost quarter it.
Right. So, all right, I guess that has an answer, but
how often are you expecting there to be an Emrakul, like underneath of that?
Not often at all, actually. Not even a little bit.
Now, here's the thing. I was watching.
Yo, the Flog.
Thank you for the follow.
Thank you so much for the follow.
I was watching Frank Lepore stream up last night. Okay. He was playing Blue Black Mill. Okay?
Sure.
And I was like, playing Mill?
Frank Lepore, Mill.
Why would I not want to watch this?
Sounds like great dinner entertainment for me.
And he was running Emrakul in his list. So I was like, why? I didn't understand it. But now after watching that, I was like, oh, the hideaway. Oh, that's easy. You just mill them a bunch and just cast Emrakul. Okay. Yeah.
Wait. Doesn't Emrakul say
when it goes to your graveyard?
Oh, it's just you just shuffle Emrakul back in, right?
You shuffle everything.
You shuffle. Oh, well, that's
so
why.
Even better. Like you sit here, you get all your mills back, dang. Or worst case, it's like, oh, I'm gonna hide this away under here, and now I pay 1 blue and cast Emrakul. Yeah, so I was like, it's disgusting.
I see.
Yeah, so I was like,
I see.
Play some mill.
Yep, here we go. Bringing it back.
Bringing it back. So, Emrakul won the quarterfinal match.
Yeah.
Like, guys,
it had to have been Emrakul.
Emrakul won game 1 and 2. I don't know if you guys had your stopwatches going, but that was
pretty quick.
It's pretty quick. You know, maybe we'll just attach that onto the deck discussion because.
Yeah, Max, let's talk about this, dude. How did you dream this up?
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about the game 2 Windbreast Kites pocket Emrakul.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't write a better story.
That was good. So we have a couple other players that were able to win their quarterfinal matches.
Yep.
Do you remember who won?
Ooh, I'm glad that you asked. It was.
So we know Jamie played against Keenan.
Jamie won that.
Okay.
For sure.
Yep.
No offense to my boy. I didn't get to see the match. Did it to me twice in playtesting. Dang. And then Robert won.
Who was Robert playing again?
Matt.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So he was able to combo.
Get the madcap.
I mean, he had to have been able to madcap and get above what Matt was trying to do.
Yeah.
You know, I would be interested to see. I don't think he would have a tough time playing against removal deck.
I could see that.
You know what I mean? So it had to have been he just drew. In my mind, I could be wrong. Blood Moon.
Hey, you're playing 4 colors. I don't care. You're now playing 1 color.
Blood
Enjoy.
Moon. Fair enough.
Nice black cards in your hand that you can't cast.
Yep.
All right.
And then I believe it was Andrew who was able to defeat the end boss.
Yeah.
Playtesting buddies had to play each other.
They did.
And Andrew was able to win it out.
Yeah. So our 2 previous champions are out in the quarterfinals. So we have 2 new players.
Brand new.
All right. And then we have 2 returning players that have been previously in the Invitational but have yet to win. So we're guaranteed...
Guess what?
A new champion.
Somebody's going to be a new champion tonight.
Guaranteed. 7 seasons. We'll have 6 unique champions.
That's it.
It'll be good. So let's hop over to the first semifinals. We'll be able to watch both of them. In fact, first Traverse Shadow. Now, the Shadow list, we got to look at it previously, and I forgot to pull it up again for us to look at one more time. it's pretty good. It's got that like all-in effect that it can do, right? Because with the double strike trample, right, we can sit there and get you. It has a lot of disruption, right? It's got the Inquisitions, it's got the Thought Seizes, it's got those powers that it can be able to get you. Right, strip away the cards that matter to you, and then it can follow it up with, "Hey, well, I've got Delirium, so I'm going to find my Death Shadow. I'm going to find my Tarmogoyf." So, cat hair everywhere.
All right, we're looking at 7 cards.
All right. Or maybe they're having a long discussion.
Oh, I believe this was the question. Hey, who's got higher seed? Why are we rolling?
Oh. So who was the higher seed? Do you remember?
I believe it was Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie was higher seed.
Glad you're able to tune in, Max.
Oh, we're keeping.
Oh, we're ready to go. Wow. He says, I'm going to lose 4 life to start things off. Drop down to 16. Let's see what you're playing. Oh, you're on Infect. And so there is a greedy keep for Jamie.
Yeah, that is
Double Ink Moth,
wow.
Blossoming Defends, Mutagenic, Vines, Noble,
Oh.
Dismember. No green source.
Take that noble right away.
Yeah. It says you can't take these.
Take that noble right away. You're right. Because I remember asking, "Hey, are you good?" And he said, "Yeah, I can. I'm ready to go." All right, grabs the noble. Smart pick. Here's an Ink Moth.
I think we've done a discussion before about placement of cards, right? Who's no? You don't want to start that discussion now?
Jamie likes to make sure that he's got enough real estate on his side to be able to play all of his cards effectively.
Yeah.
So I understand. His lands, they're right in the creature zone.
Really letting you know what's up.
Yeah.
I got nothing on my field.
Nope.
This is mine.
Right.
And the middle of the map is now mine.
I feel like maybe we should have all of our players do that because he's giving us a good look into what's in his hand.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
We do get that insight and can really talk to you guys about what's going on.
But maybe we need just a larger table. Here's a Tarmogoyf. And he's going to dismember that.
So let's get out of here.
Yeah. Here's another Ink Moth.
Getting in for 1.
Yep, just 1 poison.
He drew a Distortion Strike.
That's not what we want.
No, you don't want to do some unblockable shenanigans?
I mean, I don't have any colored mana.
Oh. You can borrow some of Andrew's. He's got lots, it looks like.
We're going to 10. For sure.
Well, he's got access to all of his colors. Green, black, red, blue.
All right. Jun Blue, ready to go.
Jun Blue.
Sultai Red.
Sultai Red.
I like Sultai Red.
I like that better, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Here's a 3/3 Death Shadow.
Here's two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's a pretty good clock.
Yep. So this signifies here's one that's a land. Oh, Drew Glistener Elf.
So he has a mutagenic.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing.
He's gonna take 6 damage.
You can't attack here,
right?
Because you don't have any protection. He
Right.
still has that 1 mana, so it's like that is definitely a fatal push if I've ever seen one.
Right.
Breeding Pool.
Oh.
Let's do it.
Oh no.
Go to 8.
All right, that's 10 damage.
Teamer Battle Rage. Got there.
Honestly, I just let him come in.
Yeah.
Let me just get one more draw step here. But the 2 Ink Moth is not strong when you don't have any other colored mana.
It's not. And we talked about it, like, it's a greedy hand to keep. And this is what, like, but, you know, the Noble, you're kind of like, okay, if I just get any green source, I'm golden, right?
Yeah.
I've got extra mana, I've got the Exalted triggers, I'm feeling good. But he immediately stripped that away, and, you know, now he's kind of left not able to attack. And now I don't know what Andrew's debating about here.
My man's a thinker.
He's a thinker. And, you've got to give it to players that take their time, really work through each line.
Right.
Because there are players that just sort of rush and then they might make a mistake or so.
Yeah.
Or maybe, they're just going to be super aggressive and, whatever. That's my style of playing. Right?
Yeah. But let's think about it. We looked at his hand. We took his only mana source, and he hasn't played.
Manamorphose.
Here's a Manamorphose.
I'm going to make a...
I'm going to say...
black-green?
Black-green's probably right. Draw a card. If it's black, if it's green, I get to play it.
Yeah. I can look. I know I have at least one. We should have 2. I'll have to look. Okay. Traverse.
Okay.
Find another Death Shadow.
I imagine it's Tarmogoyf? No, not Tarmogoyf.
You could get a Street Wraith.
You could get a Street Wraith. I mean, did he use his mana? I'm just curious as to why he tapped that.
I don't think he did. I don't think he did. Maybe... Do you think that nerves might be getting to Andrew?
Maybe a little bit, but...
Oh, no. He used one of the mana to cast the Death Shadow, so he still has that. Alright, so he's swinging in.
Okay.
10 damage.
And doesn't matter, because didn't draw the land.
Doesn't matter. Alright. So Leyline's coming in, right?
Oh, yeah. Immediately, he's putting in those ley lines.
Yeah.
There's, both of them. Spell Skites for sure.
Seems good.
I'm really cold. I'm really cold on Shaper Sanctuary.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about it.
I'm thinking...
I don't... And that's just overall.
So here's what I'm thinking after playing it. I like it a lot.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you need 2 in the board, though.
Yeah.
Because I've played with 2 in the board, and I've gotten both, and been like, sweet, I can draw 2 cards whenever you mess with me, kind of thing.
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's not.
But I'm fine with having one and then drawing into another sideboard card. Instead of having both of them brought in. I don't know. Like it's powerful. I can't commit to switching one out for Leyline though.
Mm-mm.
I can't do that. Now another thing Jamie has not opted to add into his main board, which I'm a big fan of, is Wild Defiance.
Well, that was my thing. Is I would rather have an enchantment that gets a bonus not only when my opponent does something to my creatures, but when I do something to my creatures. Because Shaper is
only your opponent.
It's only your opponent, right?
Yeah.
So I think I like going the slow route, because Shaper's only 1, right? 1 green?
1 green.
Whereas Wild Defiance is 3.
Yep.
Green and 2 colorless. But I just think Wild Defiance has more utility.
It does. Especially in a meta that is more Lightning Bolt favored now. Because people were running a lot of Fatal Push, and then people were like, hey, there's this 4-cost creature that got unbanned. I don't know if you know about it, but it's like bonkers. So you should play this. And guess what? They can't really Fatal Push it very easily, and if they do, it doesn't really matter because you're still getting value out of it. So.
That looks like it might be a keep. He's got a fetch land, 2 fetch lands, an Ink Moth,
and
Noble,
Blighted Agent, Become Immense. It's either Vines or Mutagenic. Can't really tell. Yeah.
Windswept.
Quickly.
Or Breeding Pool, for sure.
Yeah. Let's go to 17. Only way to start. Noble. I'm ready. Boom. Look at all my mana I've got.
Yep, he's got 2.
You're not going to get me this time.
And even if he strips away the Blighted Agent, you still have an Ink Moth.
Yes.
So, Mishra's Bauble to start off.
Let's take a look at my top card.
Delirium count 1.
So why do you pick your top card over your opponent's in this sort of situation? What might be the reasoning behind it?
I've got a fetch land. I've got something that I need to know
whether I should keep this on top or not.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, and so it looks like Andrew is happy with what's on top, so he plays a shock land instead, dropping himself to 18. We'll draw that. And there's the Ink Moth, and not playing an Inquisition is just like, hey, you now have 2 threats.
Yep. I like it. Dismember. I'll go to 14. Jamie's like, whatever, I got an Ink Moth.
Fill my graveyard up, don't care.
You can't do anything with it.
Cycle of Street Wraith, going to 12. Cycle of Street Wraith, going to 10. Cast this Death Shadow, following up.
He's got to become immense in hand, though.
He does. That's why he's like... He's also got a Pendelhaven, so he can be able to make him even bigger.
Right.
You know.
Exalted for 1, Pendelhaven for 1. Uno to... What's that, 9? 9... Oh, he's got a Mutagenic as well.
Yes.
If Andrew can't do anything, he's done. He's donezo.
How many cards are in his graveyard? 2 right now. Mutagenic is 3. Fetch land is 4. Yeah, he can kill him. So Andrew now. But here's the thing: there's no protection.
No,
doesn't have
it's an all in. But it looks like he's gonna do something.
You know what I'd also love to see? Him become immense this noble and kill Andrew.
Could be, but if he plays a creature, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Traverse looks like we're playing a creature, but that is like, boom, coast is clear.
Absolutely,
you're dead.
Yeah, Here's my Death Shadow. Pass.
Don't need a protection now.
No.
Enjoy your turn 3 loss.
My curiosity is how much
Carry
Andrew has played against the Infect matchup. Very popular deck about 6 months ago. 6 to 8 months ago. Super popular. Obviously, you have the Nans of the world that are out there playing Infect all the time. They've never changed.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Right, but it's not a deck that you see a lot of currently.
Yeah.
So, Jamie's going to get a Forest.
Just, hey, you're going to activate my Ink Moth,
Right.
Mr. Forrest. Hope you enjoy that.
I'm going through the motions.
Activate. Exalted Trigger.
Yep, here's 2.
Here's my Mutagenic. I'll pay 2 life.
Yep, I'm going to 14.
Go to 14. There are now 4 cards in my graveyard. Here's the last 2 to kill ya.
Yep. Alright.
Exacxies.
We had some fun.
Tied up. 1-1. Turn 3. Victory. How do you feel about that? If you're in Andrew's position where you're like, hey, I got myself the 7 life and was able to play a Death Shadow on turn 2.
Against Infect, though?
Not enough.
Not enough. I think you take game 1 and you go, you know what? He kept a very risky hand, and his deck did not treat him well.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to... Infects, again, I'm going back to Stepfather. You gotta respect it. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
That game 2 is a very good example of that.
Do you aggressively mulligan into Disruption?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Especially because you're on the play?
Yep. I think you need to at least have an Inquisition. Thoughtseize would be great, but you do need an Inquisition to kind of help you out. Ooh.
That's a great
hand. That's a good hand.
A little bit heavy on lands. I think he's at 4. No, that's a ley line.
Oh,
that's not a land.
No.
Look at him. He just quickly put that on top.
Let me just pocket this bad boy, put it right on top. When you say keep, I'm gonna let you know.
I have a pre-game effect.
Yep, I'm good. Yep, here it is. Leyline of Sanctity. And now, but see, here's the thing. We are polluting poor Andrew. Andrew's just come back to play Magic.
Yes.
He's been gone a while. He's playing for realsies. He's being competitive.
He is.
And now you're going to bring a Leyline in an Infect deck? Come on.
What a scumbag.
Come on. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to an SCG Open and you're seeing Leyline of Sanctity in the sideboard.
You are not. I mean, maybe... But at least in the lists that have been putting up results lately, that's pretty good.
I like that Grim Lavamancer keep.
I like the art on the old one a lot.
Yeah. Here's an Inkmoth Nexus.
Send a message.
You're still not doing anything with that.
I don't mind this lead with the...
No, you got to get the Summoning Sickness out of the way.
Right. Because he's, like, perfect follow-up if Andrew's got options to do... is just play the Spellskite next turn. And then he's like, yeah, you can try to Grim Lavamancer me all day. I'll happily redirect that. We go 14.
Yeah.
Almost has all of his colors.
Yep. We're just at Grixis right now. We're not at Sultai Red.
No, not yet.
Jund Blue. Wizards call me.
Ready to bring these deck names to life.
Sultai Red was like we were one format shift away.
Yes.
We had Jeskai Black.
We did.
We just needed a deck that ran those 4 colors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And here's my Spellskite. Hanging out with my lands.
Here's my message. You cannot kill these ink moths. Good luck.
All of my permanents share the same zone.
They do. Don't matter.
That's That's my only gripe right now. My enchantments share the same zone as my creature.
Sultai Red is online. Overgrown Tomb hits the battlefield.
Got it.
Dropping Andrew down to 12 life.
Sultai Red hits the zone.
Alright, Andrew in the tank.
I think I'm going to have to start babysitting Jamie at least. At the table.
That's how he plays his
Alright, you need to shift these around.
Go down here.
Death Shadow, he's a 1/1.
He's a 1/1.
That seems fine.
Pass.
He's not dead. Here's a Become Immense draw.
So, he says, here's a land.
Yep. Fetch land for sure.
So he's got at least one Groundswell in hand. So you don't necessarily need to have the fetch land here.
No.
Like, it's not bad to use, but like, because you have a second Groundswell, like, I don't mind you keeping it for now. And so he's playing super safe there. You see him just like, hey, I can just try to go wide and swing in with 2 creatures next turn if I need to.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess.
He likes
My
having...
hand's protected, though.
Hand's protected, but creatures only protected by Spellskite.
Right.
So, without having that, like, extra protection, so it could have been like, hey, here's a Dismember, here's a Fatal Push to kill your Spellskite, then I'll do Grim Lavamancer and kill off your creature. Like, there could have been some shenanigans that Andrew could have done that turn. So, you know, Jamie just really playing it super safe here. He says, I don't need to rush. I had the stuff because my opponent tapped out, so I killed him in game 2. Now, he's not tapping out for anything right now, so I can wait. Right? He's at 12 life. That Death Shadow's a 1/1. I'm not that scared yet. But that's kind of Andrew's plan too. Lure him into this false sense of security, or keep him on his toes and keep him scared that he can't commit and try to kill him.
We had a judge call. Had a quick question. Ask a judge, a.k.a. the store owner.
I tried to get Brett to go and help them out. He was not having it.
I wasn't allowed. I wasn't allowed.
Manamorphose.
Okay. Black-green. Seems fine.
Now, here's the thing.
Ooh, maybe red-black?
Here's the thing. Yeah, like, Cycle of Street Wraith.
I like red-black. Play another Street Wraith off the black.
Manamorphose is the hybrid. I don't know. Close enough.
Yeah, green or red.
He tapped Overgrown and Blood Crypt.
Yeah.
So, by doing that, if he doesn't have a fetch land...
And, they both have a judge call.
That's... I don't remember this.
Yeah, I don't remember this either.
But the point I was trying to make is that if he does not have a land, fetch land, or a red source, Grim Lavamancer is useless. Now.
Well, Manamorphose makes red.
Until he switches phases, right? The big threat of Manamorphose is you can shoot down one of those creatures. So.
Oh, potty break.
Makes sense. But, like, when he passes over... You know, like, yeah, if he said red now, so he could try to, you know, do 2 damage or something. But like I would rather keep the Blood Crypt up, you know, to still threaten that, unless you're really hoping for a Stubborn Denial, right? And maybe that is what Andrew's digging for here, is going, hey, I run 2 in my list. If I get that and he tries to do something crazy to kill me, I can just stop it and stay alive. But that's a lot to kind of risk, I guess. There we go.
Okay. Abrupt Decay, your Spellskite. It's gone. Pay 2 life.
Yeah, pay 2 life.
Redirect. Death Shadow getting frisky.
Here's 3.
Yep.
Damien's like, well, I haven't taken any damage. Sure.
Sure, yeah. No problem.
He was 17. But again, that's like, okay, Stubborn Denial or Fatal Push is all he can have for you to be scared here.
Yeah.
Activate this.
Yep.
Move to combat.
Swing. I just say
Double Groundswell, Mutagenic, kill you.
Yeah.
I'd like to pay 2 life. Go to 15.
Redirect.
No response. I would like to Groundswell. Give him +4.
Yep, landfall.
Now he's a 7/7.
Oh, he had both ley lines in hand.
I
Or
think
he
just
drew
that
yeah,
one.
he
Yeah.
just drew that one.
Commit. Lose the 2 other life. Go to 12.
You're kind of bossy.
Better to be safe.
Oh, why are you going
What?
for Dryad Armor? Wait a second.
Better to be safe than sorry. Like, if
Don't,
he
don't
has...
go for Dryad Armor.
He doesn't commit to it. I think, like, if he has the push here, you've committed all this, you have no protection spell. Better to get the breeding pool so you're better chance if you draw into a blighted agent, you can play it. That's my view on it. Groundswell. Save the Become Immense for next turn.
So we say 7?
7 right now.
4, 6, 7. Yep.
7/7 coming across. I mean, you're this far.
I mean, you might as well just go for it.
No.
Ugh.
Why would you fetch that?
Yeah, why would you? You just go for it, man. Just what's it gonna hurt to play another Groundswell? He counters it, and then you have Become Immense ready to go in your graveyard. Like, you know, I don't know. If you fetch, commit.
Does he have another land? No, he doesn't have another land. Become Immense, Groundswell, Leyline.
But well, no, I was gonna say maybe he's holding up protection, but
Yeah, he's not. That's why it's like, if you don't commit, fine. But I don't think you have to fetch there, though.
no,
I don't think you have to.
No, if you weren't gonna use it, then there's no need to fetch.
Yeah. Because now you could save it and get the Groundswell extra damage. Right?
Yeah. But now it makes sense as to why he's getting the Dryad Arbor.
That, yes.
Because I think his mindset was, I'm not actually doing anything with this mana anyway, so maybe I just get
Right.
Dryad Arbor, protect myself, my life total. Because Andrew could traverse, he could cycle. You know, he could cycle and get
Find
himself
this
down to a
land.
pretty low life total.
Gets his basic swamp. Nice foil basic swamp.
He can't target with the Grim Lavamancer, but, I mean, effectively he could go down to 1, and Jamie could go down to 1. That is something that could happen.
It's true. Still a 3/3 though. Like, he didn't fetch or shock or cycle or do anything this turn. Like, but it's like, what else can you do? I'm gonna attack you for 4.
Yep.
And he goes, sure, I'll go to 10.
Yeah, fine. I'll go to 10. Totally cool. No problem, man. Pass back.
All right. Hope for a land here.
Draws a Windswept.
Perfect.
Yep, here we are. Fetch. Get a Dryad Arbor.
Activate.
Yeah. Wait. What? You've got the Ink Moth. Activate with your Ink Moth.
No, because now you can keep him on blocking duty if this doesn't work.
Oh.
Push him. Dismember him.
Oh, now we're talking.
Don't matter. +4.
All right. Wait, no, it's still equal.
Become amends.
Right now, we're still equal.
Fully committed.
Still dead.
Still dead. -5. Stubborn denial.
Deny that.
Oh, he baited out the stubborn denial.
He did.
Oh. Now he fetches, shocks himself, because he has to. He's run out of forest. And becomes amends and kills Andrew. So here's the thing. He's debating right now because Andrew has 2 cards left in his hand.
Yep. And he's got red black.
He does.
He's got red black up.
If it's a lightning bolt, if it's a fatal push, Jamie loses.
Yeah. Alright.
Got too excited. Get back over here.
Jamie's going to 7.
He has to.
Can't get a Pendelhaven.
What? That's not how this fetch land works?
I was going to say he's not running Sylvan's Crying.
No. I'm still a fan of it.
Yeah.
I want to put it back in my list.
Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Take out Shaper Sanctuary, take out Sylvan's Crying.
I might shave down to 1 Shaper Sanctuary from the board, but...
So you can have a Sylvan's Crying?
I might. You don't know.
You don't know.
Attempt to kill you. Why tap all of it? I guess.
He didn't get rid of everything. Yeah,
oh, okay.
All right. Didn't have it. Didn't have it.
How'd you feel about that?
There was just so many moments where I was like, something's happening, and someone's got like there was like, I don't want to say missteps.
Yeah.
But I just feel like sequencing.
Something could have been.
Yeah.
Changed a little bit to line up their plays a little bit more optimal.
I do think the big thing is that there's not enough Infect at the shop right now.
Yeah.
No one's playing it, so for Andrew's side,
not getting maybe as much practice against it.
Exactly. Like the game 2 where he tapped out to have a Death Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. As playing against Infect and having played Infect, I would even bluff it. Like I want to make sure that my Infect player knows that I'm thinking about it.
That being said, though, like we don't know if he had like a Temur Battle Rage though.
True.
Because like him at 7 life is like, hey, I'm gonna try to kill you next turn, and that, so maybe his hand was set up that way. But I think you make a good point is that like you have to be very careful about tapping out against like a combo deck, and Infect is a weird way a combo deck.
Yep.
Like
it is. It's a combo deck.
So, not one that most people think of being a combo deck, but it is.
Wow.
Like, so that was our first semifinal. We got one more semifinal to go. Who's in this one? We're gonna look at the decks real quick before we.
Oh yeah.
Talk about it. We know one of them because it's still here.
Oh yeah, right there. Boom. Max Dackenbach. He can tell me later how it's actually.
Dackenbach.
Blue-white tokens.
Really, it's polymorph into Emrakul. Let's quicken polymorph Emrakul, and let's try that.
Or Windbrisk Heights into an Emrakul.
Oh, that was yes. That's how he got there. Round 1 is like turn 4, turn 5. I'm gonna get you.
I think this is the matchup of the weird decks.
Yes.
It's blue-white tokens versus red-green Madcap Experiment.
So this one is we talked about. It's kind of like Ponza without the Ponza.
Without the Ponza,
right?
Exactly.
The red-green stuff that you'd expect. Arbor Elf, Birds of Paradise, right? It's running Courser of Crufix. It's running Hunt Masters, Stormbreath Dragons, Blood Moons, like Chandra, Bonfires, Utopian Sprawls. All makes sense. What is Vexing Shusher?
It's a goblin.
Okay.
It's a split cost, red-green. So 2. It's a 2/2. Can't be countered. and then you pay red or green. Target spell can't be countered. Yeah.
Polymorph can't be countered.
Yep.
I like that. So we're gonna see the battle of the crazy decks.
That's in Robert's deck. He says,
"Oh, you're right."
Counter my Madcap experiment.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm mixing decks now.
Yeah.
Just make one fusion deck.
Exactly.
All right, so we're gonna see. So here's the thing, though. Robert's deck, has it kind of got to the semifinals in the back of Blood Moon, right?
Yes.
Playing against a 4-color list, Blood Moon does great. Now, you're playing against a 2-color list that runs so many basics, right? It's sitting here. How many planes did it run? 11 planes.
Yeah.
So Blood Moon not gonna work so well.
Not as good.
So let's hop over and see the next semifinals. Okay, what turn are we seeing it? Emrakul. What turn are we seeing?
Dude, I'm telling you, it's Wind Brisk Heights.
Yeah, you thinking
he's gonna win Brisk Heights his way to victory.
What do you think about the Madcap? When are we seeing good old Platinum coming out?
I mean, he runs birds, right?
Yes.
And Noble?
No Noble, but Arbor Elf. So he can untap a land.
Okay. I don't know, soon-ish.
Do you want to try a cupcake? It's vegan.
They're healthy. Peanut butter or vanilla frosting?
Yeah.
Both?
No, just one. I thought you were telling me they had both.
Whatever you want to bring up.
Thank you.
My wife's baking vegan cupcakes because some of her work studies are vegan.
Oh, it smells delicious down, over on this side of the camera. It smells delicious. I hope you guys are jealous. That's all I'm saying.
Uh-oh. See if you can catch the misplay.
You just gotta do card.
And card, yeah.
If you tell me that it has to do with Utopia Sprawl, though, I'm gonna be looking out for Utopia Sprawl every time.
Uptopia. There we go. Has to be enchanted on forest. Choose a color. Whenever forest tapped for mana, its controller adds a second one.
I thought they weren't doing those anymore.
I thought so too. What? Why are they doing that again?
You can't trust. You just can't do it.
Well, we're gonna have to wait and see. See what sort of shenanigans these players are doing. 2, 3, 4. I think it's. There you go. Yeah, I think his math is off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Good. Okay, so he had 2 extra in the first 2 pile because his last 2 piles only had 9 cards. Now he's going to check to make sure he's got 10 in each other pile if he can. Like, what? He's like, wait a minute, something is wrong. Okay, there's his. All right.
That card's kind of important.
Yep. Good thing the match hadn't started. Okay, which deck would you rather play?
Blue-white tokens all day.
Okay. But Stormbreath Dragon's like your favorite card.
Nope.
Now, how much of an effect will that have?
Stormbreath Dragon?
All these white dudes running around that can't get in the way.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it could have a pretty solid effect.
That spirit's cute. Doesn't matter. Path to Exile, oh, that's cute.
Yeah. I mean, Max was able to, what was it, turn 4?
Turn 4 and turn 5.
Turn 4.
So turn 4 off Wind Breath, and turn 5 with the Quicken.
With the Quicken. So, I don't know. Stormbreath costs 4? 5?
Right? I'm pretty sure it's 5. 3 and double red.
Oh, that's a terrible dragon. Why do people play it? Yeah, that's a terrible dragon. You should stop.
Haste.
5 costs for 4/4? That's terrible.
Or you could pay 7 and make it monstrous.
Get rid of it. It's a bad card.
It is a bad card.
You heard it here first. Stormbreath Dragon, bad card.
I mean, he's also got Infernal Titans he can play. Huntmaster's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, it's a nice kind of fair card. I feel like Huntmaster is just like, it's fair. Are they discussing who gets to play first?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. And he says, hey, you're the higher seed than me. Just barely. I almost caught you. And I think they were pretty close, though. I think they were a couple points away. I want to look now.
I feel like Robert and Max probably have talked. They know. They've play tested.
Mm-hmm.
They know what's going on. So... Oh, he had 100 again. That's good.
Yeah. He only missed it 2 seasons. So... So Robert... No. Robert was the higher seed.
Okay.
He had 65
They're
points.
both going to 6.
Eric almost got in. He had 54 points. So...
Don't forget, guys, Season 8 starts tomorrow.
Yes.
Starts tomorrow.
10-week-long season.
Mm-hmm. Oh my. Thank you.
The end is a little gross.
That's alright.
But it kind of tastes like a brownie.
Alright.
You pick.
Nope.
You pick.
Alright, let me try the vanilla one. You can try peanut butter.
Hey, come on. Atticus. Come on,
Let's see
you
these
do it.
crispy cupcakes. Don't mind us. We're just going to eat on camera.
Yeah, it's fine.
Robert's happy with his, and he's got a storm breath in his hand.
Ew. We just talked. That's a bad card.
Seems
Okay.
pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Nice fair game of Magic from both players.
Absolutely. When you're playing tap lands, I'm a fan. Let's just.
Slow it down.
Yeah, that's it, man. Third turn, we haven't done anything.
They are really playing the most fair and broken game of Magic in the top 8. Like, both of them are just like, yeah, I'll just pass. Play a land, that's cool. Yeah, I'm a fetch for just a basic forest. That's cool.
You know what? I'm doing exactly what's on the card. It says go get a forest. I'm getting a forest.
I'm getting a forest.
And I'm going to lose 1 life, not 2.
Mm-hmm.
I like him. But now he's going to do something, right?
Blood Moon.
Probably.
Saying no islands. Need an island to catch your polymorph. I'm not going to let you do it.
Gotta be. Nope.
Mm.
Even better. Courser of Crufix. Reveal the top card. Hey! What do you know?
You can play that next turn. Not really next turn, because you got to draw it. Oh! He says you can get that land. If you want.
That's exactly what it was. You may get a land. You don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
But you can if you want.
Exile a card. Or exile some cards from people's graveyards, make a spirit. Nice. Tangible Virtue comes down. Spirit's able to swing for 2.
Alright, we're going to 16.
Nice fair game of Magic.
Oh, he's gonna play Storm Breath, isn't he?
I mean, that seems like a nice play. Like, you get to say, hey, there's a clock against me right now. Now I can put a threat out.
Yeah. Ugh. I don't even want to say anything on it. Other than we talked about this.
So he says, hey, I've got haste. And he says, path. And he says, no, pro-white.
Ha
And he says, here's my spirit. I just can't do anything. I guess I'll take 4. Look at all these white cards
I get
have.
it, Max. I get it, man. I get the struggle, my friend. You just, all of the stuff that you want to do is white. To this dumb dragon.
These dumb dragons.
That's bad.
It says, boom, coming at you. Here's 4 points of damage. Nice fair game of Magic. We can race each other. I'm cool with it. That's a madcap.
Great.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Madcap. Let's go find...
Counter it. I don't think he's running any
Here's your
counters.
chance. It shouldn't go in the graveyard yet, but, you know, that's fine. Unless he said I'm not countering it, but he could have. Look at all these cards I've got. You get to see what's in my deck.
This is a lot of work just to get an artifact creature. Oh,
Wait. There we go. And he's going to read it.
He says, yeah, you're going to take that much damage.
How many cards are that?
Wait.
I don't know. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. You'd be dead. So now they're getting the ruling. So basically, the way the Madcap combo works, you go get the artifact. It comes into play.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Did he kill himself?
So here's the oops. So Robert and Max, sorry, let this resolve in order for him to come out, right?
Right.
And then it's like, all right, he's supposed to lose that by that, and so Matt's thinking Max because I wrote Matt. That's why I keep looking at that. Like,
dang.
That's why my brain is having so much trouble.
Can't even get his name right. Sorry, Max.
Right? Sorry, Max.
It's our bad.
So he says, I'll path it. But he doesn't have the priority to cast any spells while this spell is resolving. Right? You have your opponent has the priority to cast a spell in response to you casting this.
Right.
Right? But he has casted it, okay? The spell is currently resolving. He enters, don't lose any life. There's no response to him entering that would cause him to still lose a life if this leaves. And that's how they played it out. Platinum enters. He's thinking, like, all this damage is on the stack. I'll respond to that damage on the stack and path it, right? But it's all part of the card resolving. and he's already let the card resolve. He
He
didn't counter it before. Like, he didn't respond to the card when it was cast. Right? So the card is still resolving. So he did have Path in hand, but you cannot... yeah, so it was just a weird mix-up here where you cannot respond. You got to respond beforehand, right? And you can, if he says, okay, pass turn after that, you can respond on the end step, right? But if you don't have priority, you can't do anything about it. So 2 paths in hand and a polymorph, right? So he was set up there. Did he have 4 lands? He had enough to do polymorph next turn.
I think so.
So, like, in the end, Max probably could have still won by being able to get Emrakul next turn. But, so that's how Max won game 1, is because of this mix-up. Where maybe he might not have, because he pathed it, and he shuffled up, oh, how many cards should you have taken damage for? And that's what he counted up. Oh, here's 25 cards that I revealed or whatever. Okay, I'll path it. So he says, oh, okay, that means I take all this damage then. But Max should not have had the priority to path it to cause all this damage to go off because the spell's still resolving. So there was just a mix-up in the rules, if that makes sense. I'm trying to explain a little bit to the players, or everybody watching at home, basically why this is the way it is. So technically right now, Max is up 1-0 because of this mix-up. Robert thought he was dead because he thought that he could respond in the middle of the spell going off.
Lesson learned.
But he could not respond in the middle of the spell. The spell is currently resolving. You have not responded before it. You can wait until after it's done resolving, right? That's kind of, yeah. Yeah.
Alright, next time, call judge.
Yeah, right. We don't have a judge currently sitting at the table when they were playing. I know some players did hop over and ask to talk to judges at some point.
I would have called trip on that one.
Especially with a weird card like Madcap Experiment, right? So... I know, right? You look at that and you like, it's weird. Like, it was weird. Little mix up. It's all right. The live and learn. That's part of Modern Magic Mondays. Is players and viewers at home get to sit and learn a little bit about the decks.
All right, we're keeping Arbor Elf,
Dried Militant.
Dried Militant. Oh baby.
I wasn't looking.
Tell me.
I wasn't looking.
Windbrisk Heights, Pockets and Emrakul. We're living the quarterfinals dream again.
Oh, life needs to be reset. I was too busy trying to explain what happened in Game 1.
He's going to go to 17. It's okay.
I believe you. Don't let me down.
Nope. Going to 19. Doing like the card says.
Yeah,
Go get
that Forest. Playing fair game of Magic here. Militant's a 2-1 or 1-2?
I think it's a...
Only one way to find out.
I think it's a 1-1. I think it's literally just the ability on the card. Oh, it's a 2-1.
Come on, you played White Wings before, didn't you?
I played it in my bad junk list.
That's yes.
I was trying to find any card that wasn't Tarmogoyf.
I don't want to spend the money on this card. What do you got instead?
Yeah. Lone Lion, give it to me.
I'll take it.
Dry and Militant, give it to me. Max is down to 18.
I don't know what that is. Is that the...
Dry and Militant?
This guy, is that... What's that?
Oh, that's the Vexing Shusher.
Okay, I was like, I don't know what this is.
Vexing Shusher.
Shusher. It's a good name for a card.
Yeah.
Now I'm seeing that Utopian Sprawl, and I'm waiting to see some mess-ups with this now.
Yeah. Alright, we're going to 18.
No, he's going all the way this time.
Nope, we're going to 18. He's getting that one-up mountain.
Oh, that's true. He does have the mountains he can get.
Boom!
Alright, faith restored.
Called it.
Alright. Mountain. Ready to go. 3 mana. Here's the time. Blood Moon. Shut off. That Windbreast Heights. Not gonna lose to
Oh
the
man, I feel so bad.
Yeah, so let's pull up for those that might have just tuned in. That other card next to the Dryad Militant is the Vexing Shusher.
That's it.
Robert shuffling up. So this seems like a good time for Max to just be like, here's my, you know, soldiers. Make a bunch of 1/1s, right? Raise the alarm, if you will. I mean, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is like Utopian Sprawl seems good here. Okay.
On forest naming.
Mountain.
Yeah. What are you naming?
Mountain. I'd say mountain. Because you've got Bonfire, you've got Storm Breath, but...
Alright,
Oh, look
okay.
at this. Okay. The tiniest...
He named.
Yep.
It's an M.
Yep. Alright. Please exile a card from your graveyard. I'll get a spirit. Red.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like his spirit choices. And we haven't really talked too much about his token choice. And I've got to applaud Max for bringing tokens when he's playing a token
His
deck.
own tokens.
You know, sometimes you see players be like, meh, don't got them. And by some players, I mean me.
I'll just use dice.
Yeah, I always forget. Like, I have them. Like, I've got, like, so many tokens, but...
Oh, he just passes back.
It's perfectly fair.
He's got an instant speed way to create. Oh.
You were all ready. He's like, he's gonna shock himself.
Coming in tapped.
Don't need it.
Can't lose that life. Well, he's got 4 mana, right? Huntmaster.
He does have 4 mana. Well, he technically has 6 mana.
Yo, Shusher is getting... Nope, just kidding. I'm gonna go to combat. Any shenanigans? Nope. Just take 2.
Oh.
Create another one. Oh yeah, he's got it. I'm telling you, he's got it. I'm telling you.
We're calling it
We're
now.
living the quarterfinals dream again, ladies and gentlemen. Come on.
Move to combat.
Oh my.
We'll see how quickly he does it, because that's the real determining factor.
He's ready. Man's got a horseshoe. Brought all the luck with him tonight.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Go to combat. Fake it, dude. Just do the
do
shrug.
again.
Do the shrug again. Like, I guess.
Maybe you know, let's
Yeah.
attack with 3 guys. I know. I'm just gonna see if you'll trade. That's really
Yeah.
what I'm going for.
Yep.
Oh no, he's gonna polymorph.
Polymorph.
Polymorph. I'm gonna get rid of one of these
Yeah.
tokens.
What are you doing? What are you polymorphing for?
I'm on the hunt.
That's cool. We're just it brought in the ghostly prison. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, there. Oh,
hey,
there she is.
There's one.
Yeah. Here we are.
I'll just slide these over a little bit. Make room, guys. We got a friend coming, and I'll come at you for one. Send a message.
Yeah. Let's just What does she do again? I die?
Yeah.
Oh.
Annihilator 6.
Yep.
Doesn't
have flying. It does have flying.
Does
Does it have flying? I never remember because
Emrakul.
mostly people just scoop once Emrakul shows up.
I don't even know how to spell Emrakul.
It's E-M. R.
Alright, hold on. EMR
A.
A
KUL.
KUL,
comma. The Aeons. AEONS. That's it. Just, sure, you can say Tort if you want. That's fine. Yeah. Oh, no, it does have flying.
50.
Okay.
Flying, protection from colored spells, Annihilator 6.
Okay, it does
When it gets
have
put into the
flying.
graveyard, shuffle it back into your library.
It just seems so large. Like, why does it need to fly?
Well, look how big he is. It's the flying spaghetti monster. So, 15/15, Annihilator 6. So that's like all your permanents, right? He'll have like 2 things left, but whatever. You can't block it.
Keep
He's at
the
17.
red-green.
So he's looking, he's like, alright, if I bonfire here, right? How do I get him? You can make a lot of mana, but it's not going to work out well for you. And there's the handshake. Oh, he hit a ghostly prison.
Oh, that's not as exciting.
But we know our 2 finalists now.
Right.
So it's hard to say if that would have been different, like game 1. Because
if he had the path in hand.
well, he had 2. Yeah, he had a path in hand for sure. So like the 8/8 wasn't gonna matter.
Yeah.
And they were both sitting there racing 4 damage a turn.
Right.
So I don't know if game 1 would have gone differently if it had played out correctly. Right? Yeah, you have an 8/8 now, but
Max can't deal with the Storm Breath.
he can't until he polymorphs.
Right.
Right? And then it does. Then your Storm Breath, he just laughs at it. Right? It's like, here's a 15/15 against your 4/4 dragon.
Right.
Don't care.
Right.
Right? So, like, there is that.
He needs a mystical teachings in this deck.
Yeah? You think so?
Yeah, he needs to be able to go get his polymorph whenever he's ready. So he needs a way to... Is mystical teachings just instant? Or is it instant or sorcery?
I don't know. Let's find out. Instant
Oh, it's get an
war
instant...
card with flash.
Okay, alright, never mind.
So
Because you can't get polymorph. But you could get quicken. Right?
good. Quicken!
Quicken.
So we've got one more. And we're going to show you again the decks,
Just so you guys know.
just so you know who made it to the finals.
Yep.
So,
It's our man Max.
main man Max, this is his first time, and he's got a spicy brew.
Yep. Already in the finals.
You know, we've seen him win off Emrakul. It's powerful. He's got Path to Exile. He's got a lot of blockers. He's going to be facing down Infect. Now, we saw it win on turn 2 already today.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something to be scared of. It's got a lot of protection. 9 sources of protection main board available to protect it against Path to Exile.
True.
It's going to have to rely mainly on Blighted Agent or using a Distortion Strike or Apostle's Blessing to sneak through damage. But now it's going to be a race of I need to kill your return before turn 4. Right? That's that polymorph period. Turn 5 maybe. But even so, it's like
He's got time.
that's okay.
Yeah, he's got
if I've
time.
got a 4 or 5 turn clock, I'm happy to play that as an
Right.
effect.
Right.
Like, you give me that many turns to kill you, sure. Let's try to play that game. So let's jump into our finals. Infect versus blue-white tokens. Are you hoping for a Emrakul off Windbreast this time?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Now that I've seen it happen, and I know it exists in the world,
You need it more.
anytime this deck is on, I need it.
Yeah. So this is exciting. Guaranteed new champion for Season 7.
Yeah.
2 years, we've had 5 unique champions, 1 2-time champion, and now we're going to have a new champion, either Royal Rotor, Max, first time being able to make it to the Invitational, could be the champion.
What did you just say?
Well, I guess it's not technically, because this is not his first time playing in the Invitational. No, it is. Yeah, it is.
No.
Royal Rotor?
What the hell is that?
You've never heard of that? Like,
No.
if it's your first time, like, playing in the tournament kind of thing, and you go and you win the whole thing? Become the champion?
Oh.
No?
I've just never heard it.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Royal Rotor.
And then Jamie, who has made it to the Invitational multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
I want to look and see how many times.
I think this is his at least third.
Let's see. Made it this season. Made it season 6.
No?
Season 5.
Alright, that's 3. That's 4.
4.
Nope, I'm wrong. 4.
Yeah, he missed this one. So he's made 4. Season 2. Nope. Season 1.
So we got a Plains for Max. And we got
19.
17.
Better be 17. I'm gonna be.
Jamie knows.
Send a message. Get that Dryad Arbor. Oh no, he went to 19.
We got the fear of Shocklands right now.
Everyone's scared.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Maybe. I am enjoying the deck I've been playing recently. I'll have to
Well, you
decide.
have to get your practice in for regionals. Come to regionals.
Oh,
with
that's true. Yeah.
me. Intangible Virtue. Nice
Apparently-
fair card.
Apparently I'm going to regionals. Gets the Dryad Arbor.
So here's the thing. Max took his turn while Jamie was fetching. He tapped out his stuff and played Intangible Virtue. I don't know if Jamie would have played the Arbor Elf if he knew the coast was clear.
Probably not.
Knowing that he's like, here's an Intangible Pass.
Yeah.
He's like, oh. So that's a rule of thumb if you're playing Magic and somebody's still fetching and they say, go ahead, I'm just going to fetch up my land.
Yeah.
Wait and see what they get. Okay?
Might of Old Croesus says 5.
Ow, ow, ow.
Guess what?
He's got protection with vines.
Untap.
Going to kill you this turn.
Might of Old Croesus again.
You better have 2 paths.
Oh, Groundswell.
Landfall trigger.
Resolves.
Combat.
Okay. This is not how we wrote it, Max. This is not how we wrote it.
And game 1. Turn 3 win again.
Don't let the villain win, Max. Don't let Infect beat you. It's a cheater's deck.
Yes.
It's a cheater's deck, Max.
Says the person cheating out Emrakul.
It's so hit or miss. Oh,
There's a spell sky coming in.
he's got a spell sky. He's deciding.
Don't know if you know. This can go back to being 0. Jace Vryn's Prodigy coming out.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know how I feel about Jace Vryn's Prodigy.
Yeah, I was running that list for a little bit, and it's alright. I don't know. I think I'm running Viridian Corruptor main right now in mine.
I think that's fine.
And I'm running that in Wild Defiance. And it's pretty similar to Jamie's, but I'm also running an extra Distortion Strike and not running as many Dismembers as he has. Mine are in the board.
Hmm.
So mine's slightly different, but like the rest of the spells almost just died.
Saw that.
If only we had the cam on so you could see me almost die, guys. Almost fell out of my chair, getting too excited about Infect. Actually, I'm debating about playing Infect for regionals. I'm not sure whether I'm playing that or Grixis. I don't know.
Going to an actual event and not bringing Infect, though.
I know. That's why I'm like... I'm debating. I'm like...
Is that really how you want to live your life?
That's it.
Because you know what's going to happen. You're either going to do really well, or you're going to do really poorly, and then you're going to be like, I should have just brought Infect.
I don't know why. Infect would work great against all the matches that I played
against. Infect would have been great. It's stupid. I don't know why I did this.
I don't know why I agreed to play this darn Grixis Death Shadow deck. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I want to play.
I get it. I totally get it.
I got a month to decide. I like both of them. I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's probably safer to take Grixis, though.
Yeah, but you don't know the ins and outs.
I don't, as well as Infect.
Right. Here we go. Come on, baby.
I'm looking.
Emrakul.
Oh, we didn't get to see it.
Slightly bent because it's foil. Pendelhaven into a noble.
Seems good.
Alright. Seachrome Coast.
Fast.
I've seen this before.
This looks familiar. Wait a minute. Why are you tapping that way? Don't tap that way. There we go.
Ah. I see. Blighted Agent.
He's got 2 more in his hand. Looks like.
That's nice.
Or that could be... No, that's a 1 Blighted Agent, a Mutagenic, and a... not Wild Defiance, the other protection spell. +2/+2 hexproof. From Kaladesh.
Oh, Blossoming Defense.
There you go.
Yeah.
That one.
Blossoming Defense.
Protect this guy.
Yep.
From your Oblivion Stone. And now I will kill you. Well, he got a Might.
Could be.
And he has a Groundswell, but he doesn't have another land, does he? Well, let's see.
Might.
+4. +2.
Groundswell.
+2. 3/4. Dead.
He did it!
And with our brand new Season 7 champion, infecting him.
Congratulations, Jamie.
Keeping things fair.
Yep.
Right?
Totally fair.
Your deck's too fair.
Yep.
Can't have it.
Can't
I know you're
have
trying to
it.
cast something cool on turn 4, but that means I have 4 turns to kill you? Sure. I'm ready.
We were living the quarterfinals dream again.
Yeah.
We were gonna see it happen again. Well, when he played the Oblivion Stone or Oblivion Ring,
Oblivion Ring, yeah.
I was like, nah, he probably doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Because at this point he would have waited. And, yo, what's up, Biggs? And he would have, played his tokens.
Yeah.
Went to attacks, showed an Emrakul. Everything would have been great.
Yeah.
Actually, he probably still would have died because you know what Emrakul can't do?
Block unblockable stuff.
Block unblockable stuff.
We were talking about it before the match started, is that he's really going to have to ride the back of Blighted Agent
Yep.
to get there because of the amount of tokens
Yep.
that Max can generate. And it showed that he's just like, yeah, I'll have Blighted Agent both games, and I'll kill you both games with Blighted Agent.
No.
Like, it was nice to see the navigational skills of Jamie to get to that point where he can be like, yep, I can just kill you. I've lined things up nicely to that point, right? So we do have that sort of thing going forward with it. Max played a really fun deck. made it to the semifinals for his first or made it to second place with his first.
Nothing to sneeze at.
First invitational.
Exactly.
That's really good.
Yep.
There's, we have quite a few people that are runner-ups. There's very few people that are runner-ups that come up to win a second or come up to win, right? TJ is one of those players that has made it to the finals, lost, and then come back one of our previous seasons and gotten that victory. So I would be shocked if Max doesn't do the same thing in the future. Like, he was grinding out this season and did pretty well to be able to get in, but I mean, he was right at that edge where there's a player 5 points behind him trying to get into that top 8 spot for him.
Yeah.
So I think if he continues to play well, I would be surprised if we don't see him winning one in the future. But that's the same thing for Andrew. It's the same thing for Keenan, right? These players that keep showing up. Matt is another one.
Yep.
These guys that are consistently showing up trying to get those victories, they have a really good chance of getting a championship in the future. But now Jamie can be added to the list scrolling across the top of our season champions.
That's right.
We're having a nice mix. We're hoping by season 9 we'll have 8 official.
Yeah, that's what we're holding out for. So everybody that's out there ready to play, if you could just, if you're a new player, do really well and then
Please.
win.
If you have not won
don't
yet,
let Lyle or any of the people that are scrolling up above, don't let them win anymore.
Nope.
So by season 9, we can say, you know what? Let's have a returning champions invitational. Mm-hmm. Outside of the normal season invitational.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what we could do?
What could we do?
We could do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we could just put ourselves in.
That's true. We could do that.
We could just put ourselves in. And then it's like play an invitational against Brett and Ann.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll just get a handicap all the way up to the finals.
Okay.
And then you guys can duke it out however you want. And I'll see whoever.
I'll see whoever makes it that far.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting for you.
Seems fair.
I like that strategy.
Yeah.
That seems like a good one. So tomorrow kicks off season 8.
Yeah.
May 8th, start of season 8. We did all that. Battle for your chance to play in the top 8. All the 8s. 7 o'clock, Comic Kung Fu. Come out. Battle it out. 10-week long season. Consistently try to get 3 points a week. And you pretty much lock in your spot in top 8. Alright?
Yeah.
There'll be those weeks where you might not get 3 points. Right? You might sit there and go, I got, or
9 points.
9 points.
9 points.
3 wins, 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
Last season, 59 points got into the top 8. If you had to do some math real quick about averaging out your wins, what would you say that is?
I think it's at least 6. Right? It's at least 6 points.
Sounds about right.
So that's just 2 wins a night.
2 wins a night.
2 wins a night gets you a spot.
Pretty good.
Top 8.
First seed going into it had 100 points. Right? So that shows you the gap between the top 8 and point-wise that if you come out consistently, that matters more than just winning a bunch.
And not leaving early.
That's the thing.
Keenan. Just don't leave.
Has
and maybe you could be above other people in the top 8.
That's the other thing. You could come out of the gates early and get a bunch of wins, right? Have a strong deck, and then just sort of coast the rest of the season.
Yeah.
It's harder to come back and try to get back into it later in the season, I feel, than it is to start strong and just coast.
Yeah.
So different strategies people can go for when playing, but we will be consistently putting up coverage here every single Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern for Modern Magic Mondays. Before we do the regular sign-offs and things along that nature, where can people find you out? Because you're doing all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean if you just that name down there at Farmers R&R. You can follow that pretty much everywhere. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Yeah, I was going to be like, I think that's it. Actually,
do I exist anywhere else?
But yeah, I just do streaming on my own channel, variety stuff, video games. Currently doing a big event right now for the year where you guys at home get to choose which games. I have a big list.
Mm-hmm.
You guys get to pick out of that list each and every time we pick a new game. It's pretty cool. Cool. But otherwise, yeah, just that's about it.
Get variety streaming, speedruns.
Speedruns, yeah, I do speedruns.
From time to time?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Whenever.
How about you?
So, I'm mainly here, Modern Magic Mondays. I've been starting to stream more when I have the chance. Gonna be doing more like Sea of Thieves and Hearthstone and stuff like that. I've been grinding the wild.
That sounds fun.
Stuff.
Yeah, it sounds great.
I got to play. I was playing Big Priest for a little bit. We got to play 4 rags. It was pretty
great.
Pretty great. I enjoyed that. I'm also playing Demon Cube Lock and summoning multiple Malagos. So my hero's immune and I have all my demons buffed.
Sure.
And just fun stuff of wild. Starting to get back in StarCraft 2.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna practice my casting, so every now and again I'll be doing that. And then still just uploading stuff to YouTube. So if you, again, same thing, follow us on Twitter. That lets you know kind of the projects and stuff that we're working on. At The Real Nan Man, at Farmers R&R. And then, of course, the channel. If you like the content here, please hit the follows, subscribes.
Yep.
We've got the YouTube channel as well. If you missed the VODs, those are back over there. You guys can check all that stuff out. But that's going to do it for us here tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching, guys. And we'll see you guys next week.
See you.